Let's get it started in here.
And we're going to get it started on this week's episode of ADLR Podcast, episode 79. Bryant finally listens to music, and we go to an overdue visit to our doctor. Oh, Dr. Sleep. That's a good one right there. We're going to move ahead and get this intro going. And we are... Oh, he just died. He dead now.
Can you hear me?
Whoa, yes. We definitely can hear you.
Boy, you sound like a tin can.
So, I was just getting ready to tell you that I'm pretty sure my computer's going to crash because some of my tabs in Google were fucking up. And there was a problem, and you have to reload the page. And as I was literally about to tell you, hey, let's see if it'll work. As I was about to tell you guys,
blue screen,
crash.
love it.
Yeah. So I'll be back on in just a second.
Okay, that works with me. This wouldn't be the ADLR podcast without it shitting the bed like this. So
as soon as I saw it couldn't have happened 15 minutes ago. It happens right as we start the podcast, and the thing comes up and he goes, "There was a problem. You need to reload the page." And I was like, "Okay." So probably just need to restart. I was getting ready to tell you, "Hey guys, I'm gonna restart," and then it just goes, boom.
It's like you took too long. It's time. We're gonna restart.
Pretty much.
All right. Well,
so I'll be back on in just a second.
All right. We'll swap over to Blossom Kelsey.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, that's why I gotta do this. Whoop. Lit. Okay. For now, he's Blossom Kelsey. He'll be back shortly. The hell are we doing? Episode 79 of the ADLR Podcast. I'm joined by Blossom Kelsey, who was momentarily gone. Can't say anything. We got Brian licking some sort of cat. And we got Randall in the back just loving life. Okay, that's how he says hello now. You just laugh and just... I got a short story for you guys. So Randall had the audacity yesterday.
Oh, Lord. Why is the story about me?
Because you triggered me, that's why. So yesterday, he's like, "Yo, Anthony, you're going to hate this. I'm going to tell you something, you're going to hate it."
Why are you going to put all my business out on the internet? Go ahead. I don't care.
So I'm going to tell you something. I'm like, "Yo, I haven't gone to the gym since November." And I'm like, okay, that sounds like Randall. Like, he'll take a break. He usually takes breaks between gym sessions, whatever. But he was sick, whatever. And then he has the audacity. Hold on, he's back. I'm about to restart the story because Kelsey's going to love this. Yo, Kelsey, you back?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
I'm going to retell this story now. So Randall had the audacity yesterday, right? To tell me he hasn't gone to the gym since November, right? And you think, well, that's pretty messed up. It gets worse. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You were sick. We were super sick during Christmas. I'm like, all right, you're not gonna go to gym, obviously. No problem. And I'm like, yo, you just gotta get back in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want to do it. So he's like, yeah, no problem. I'm gonna start tomorrow. This was on a Monday.
Okay.
I need you to put 2 and 2 together. What day he chose to start?
Oh, you're saying he said I'm gonna start tomorrow yesterday.
Yeah. So you know that would have led to? Hey man, I'm not gonna be there because Jim, as he walks out at 8 p.m. Eastern when the fucking podcast starts every goddamn week. Yep. Tuesdays 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I could see it now. Nah, man, it's cool. I'm just gonna go to the gym early, and then I'll be back. I'll shower and I'll hop on for the podcast. 7:37 rolls around. All right, man, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm
going to go to the gym. By the time you get there and do 2 exercises, my guy, we're already not at 9 o'clock, my God. He, in his eyes, he's like, "Yo, I'm going tomorrow." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're going tomorrow? Tomorrow, Randall?"
I would have, like I said, in my defense.
There's no defense here.
When I got to work today, I would have remembered, because usually when I'm at work, I look at the doc. and see if there's anything else that I need to put on there that I might have forgot.
Okay.
And then what's with the thumbs up and the head nod?
Because that's basically his way of saying cool story, bro.
It's the truth. Like I would have realized like, oh yeah, it is Tuesday. So
I need you guys to look at Brian real quick. That's exactly what as soon as you said tomorrow, I'm like, you're not gonna start this off. Just literally me hitting start stream, and you walking out of this fucking house. Oh my lord, dude. Can you imagine if you had a bunch of stuff too? Yo, Randall, the day you have like a list of shit on your dock, and you're like, oh, I just can't make it.
Did I ever do that?
You have. That's why I'm warning you now, because there's no second time, my guy. You're dead.
Wait, when did I do that?
There was
I had a list of stuff?
Yes.
You had a huge list. Like, we were like all excited because it was like, okay, none of us really have anything. Randall's got this massive list. It's going to be jam-packed Randall hour. Okay. And then we're like,
where is he? So we bought as much fucking time as we possibly could. Like, okay, let's just bullshit until maybe he just walk in with some like.
And I didn't.
Man, I don't remember. All I saw was red at a certain point. Like, I don't even care. I'm like, let's just get this fucking podcast over with because he just betrayed us.
Man, I don't remember that.
And then there's the one when Janana joined us, and we did the whole.
Man, I had to work. I told you. I was like, look, man, I might have to work, but I'll let you know.
That's not what you said.
That's exactly what I said verbatim when I came out here.
I'm going to tell you exactly what you said. Hey, man, it's going to be like 10 minutes tops.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Randall, the entire fucking podcast came and went. That's 10 minutes. And we were done. We left this place. You were still, we haven't seen you until the next day.
Because I had to stay up really late and work on stuff. Because I had a deadline.
Oh my god, dude. So it's the ADLR Podcast. We're joined by Kelsey underneath me again, Brian on the right hand side, and Randall. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, this kid triggers me so much. I don't even want to say kid. Like he's older than me. Oh my god, what am I doing? You already triggered me. It's only been fucking 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Have we told that fucking story on here?
I think we have, but you know,
Kelsey, like 7 minutes was way too fucking long, dude.
That story sounds familiar. Is this something that happened when
we were playing Dungeon Fighters online?
Yeah.
And Anthony, Adam, and I think it was Anthony, Leo, and I. We were playing, and then Anthony left to go do something. And he was just taking too long. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to run this dungeon myself. He comes back after 7 minutes from the time that he said, hey guys, I'm going to go take care of something real quick. And was like, okay, I'm ready. You're going to have to give me a minute. I'm in the middle of the dungeon. Dude, it's been 7 minutes. Yeah, you were taking too long. 7 minutes.
Like, yo, I was heated. You couldn't wait. Like, you could have gone taking a shit or gotten some water too. Like, oh my god. All right. Patreon.com/ADLR plays for your one-stop shop for all ADLR content. That's pretty good, right? I've been practicing that for at least 2 seconds. From there, you can actually donate an extra life. Well, the proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. And Brian already put in the link in the chat. You can submit some fan mail. Wait, was it Javi that said that the fan mail wasn't visible? The fan mail is visible, right? If you scroll down on the site. Let's double check that for me, Brian. I don't hear Brian.
Did he say something?
Muted. It's because I was eating yogurt.
Oh, I appreciate that, Brian. Because before it'd be the yogurt sounds, and then you carving into the plastic that's containing the yogurt.
Bitch.
All right. And yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna say. So yeah, this week I did one thing new and consumed one thing.
What doesn't work with this? I see the fan mail.
Okay, so that's all I want to say. Cause I remember, I think it was Javi or someone said that it didn't work or something was up. So I didn't know if it was working or not or what the caballo was going on, you know?
Oh.
So, but that was the thing. So yeah, man, this weekend I took the chance to just literally sleep most of the time because the past 2 weekends was driving to West Palm Beach. I'm like, yo, this week I'm just gonna stay in. Oh, we went to BJ's. Never mind. And that's not what you think it is. It's an actual wholesale place where you buy a bunch of stuff, just for the perverts out there. Took Randall over there. He got himself a big old box of Reese's Puffs. He's looking at a picture right now of Reese's Puffs on his phone.
No, I'm actually trying to get to ADLR Plays website, but I can't remember the. Oh no, wait. All right, I got it. Never mind.
I hope you weren't going to say you don't remember the link, Randall.
No, I do, but obviously I do. I'm here, but I was trying to figure out why it wasn't coming up.
What do you need to know a link for to be there? You're on screen. Anthony takes care of all that.
Because he said something about the website, so I was checking for him.
If you need somebody to build you a website, I know a guy.
I already checked
Squarespace.
his website thing. Like we
Yeah.
went over this.
This episode is not sponsored by Squarespace, but you can use Squarespace to make your website. They owe me money now. Yo, so Stadia or Google owes me money, Microsoft owes me money, and now Squarespace owes me money. What we got going on? All right, now that we're done. Are you good, Randall?
Yep.
You're back?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? 100%?
Yep.
Not gonna leave. You got it.
His
Right,
phone's
going to
down
the
and
gym-
everything, bro.
going
You
to
should
the
take
gym
advantage
tomorrow.
of this.
Huh?
His phone's down and everything. You should take advantage of this.
Yo, Randall, are you like not sleeping right now? I don't know what that noise was, Randall. I don't know if you heard it.
I heard, but I'm trying to figure out what are you about to segue into?
Randall, it was supposed to be Dr. Sleep. Obviously, the word sleep is in the goddamn title of the
okay.
fucking movie. All right. So, Randall, you saw Kung Fury for the first time, even though it's been 6 years. So let's see. What'd you think of it?
So first of all, I didn't even know about this movie. I found out from people at work.
Okay.
And they pulled it up on, I pulled it up on YouTube.
It's a free movie you can watch on YouTube. It's a short film called Kung Fury, comedy, about a guy who goes through time and fights evil.
Why don't you have the guy who watched to describe it, Anthony?
Because I know he's not.
You're right. Yeah, no further questions.
Go hit it, Randall.
This movie was very over the top, which was really good, actually. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. It was a good time. It was obviously great to me because it was 80s theme. And
What is it about the soundtrack, Randall?
that was cool. Was that David Hasselhoff singing at the end?
Yeah, that's legit him, I think.
Wow.
Like, I'm like 99% sure it's legit him.
It was funny, man. Like, so the when they stepped on the skateboard and flipped the cop car and then they start shooting it, that was very anime, but it was really cool.
Uh-huh.
What else was really cool?
It's very Bollywood.
Yes, very.
I like the whole arcade changing into a transformer, and every time he would shoot somebody, he would flick them off at the same time.
Yes.
Um,
Hacker Man.
That jump was ridiculous, man. He was like, I can hack you into the future. Just give me a moment. Like, what? And then he steps, first he uses the Captain N and the Game Master glove, the power glove.
Yes.
And then he has the dude step on a keyboard so that he can go through the portal.
Yeah.
Then when he gets to prehistoric, quote unquote, time, even though she said Viking time, they're prehistoric, or Viking time, but they have Gatling guns and Tech 9s.
Yeah.
Mac 10. Sorry, Mac 10s.
That all checks out for me. I don't know.
The whole Thor thing was just weird because it just looked like some old guy who used to be in the gym when he was younger, and somehow he
was still swole. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, he was ripped,
he was out here.
but his you know how when you get old, like
No, Randall, I haven't gotten old yet.
your skin, you got the rip, but the skin still hangs a little bit in like certain areas. It was just weird to me.
Okay. He looked like a really old wrestler.
Nah, because even the old wrestlers are like still kind of diesel.
Now they are.
Yeah. What else? Oh, so when the I guess it was the police, they called him, and he he jumps off the roof, shoots the Lamborghini, the door opens up, and then he just falls into it. Like that was pretty sick. What else? Oh, so when Hitler finally shows up, he calls the police station. And he just starts firing into the phone, and he's killing people through the phone.
Uh-huh.
Like the bullets are going through the phone, and then going to the police station. Like that joke was crazy.
So if you haven't learned by now, we went from Lamborghini to Viking to Hitler. That's the type of movie this is.
Yeah.
And you can hack into the future.
The only gripe that I kind of had with this movie is that the ending was kind of anticlimactic.
That's the only gripe.
In reality, it's this ended, and I didn't want it to end.
Yeah. I mean, it was all right if it ended, but it just was like everything else was so epic. And then he doesn't even actually fight Hitler.
No.
So I thought that like that was going to be some super Dragon Ball, like over the top, flying around ridiculous stuff. But
you could probably do it in the game, Randall.
The game? What are you talking about?
Oh, he doesn't even know about the game either?
There's a game?
Yeah, they made a game off it after this. It's on Steam, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
It's like a beat 'em up.
What is the art style?
It looks like a retro beat 'em up. Sprites and everything. Oh,
really?
I'll bring it up. Let me look it up real quick. Hey, you guys, kill time. Make some music.
I did not know about that. Yeah, I liked it a lot, man. It was cool.
I can't remember the lyrics from Bedrock. And now, was it now we're murderers because we killed time?
Is that what it was?
That was in the movie?
No, that's it. That's in a song.
He said kill time, and I said I can't remember the name of the lyrics.
Triceracop. Yeah, I forgot.
That was probably my favorite character is Triceracop.
Wasn't there a robot?
Hacker Man changed it to a robot. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like that joke was just weird, man. That's pretty cool. Oh my
god, dude! Like that. Talk about self-aware, dude. That's a movie that's definitely self-aware. It just let's make some ridiculous shit and throw it on screen, and I'm like,
but what's funny is like the stuff that you saw, at least for me, the stuff that I saw on screen was like some of the random crazy stuff that I would think about. Yeah, which I'm pretty sure other people think about.
Which is why they're like, yes, I want everything to do with this. It's just a great time. Just funny.
Visually, it just looked good, man, too. Because it had like the 80s style, then like every so often it would, well, at least in the beginning, they had the part where it was like you was watching a VHS tape.
Yeah.
So it had like the white noise and it kept like flickering and messing up. But they was using that for like transitions between him and the arcade machine that he was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
The arcade machine that's fighting.
I'm telling you, dude, like saying like anything about this movie out loud, it makes you sound like a crazy person.
Dude, Bollywood videos are the best. Like they're so dumb.
I've seen a bunch of clips of like action Bollywood movies, and they do some really silly stuff. Like physics, like if it's not physics defying, it's not in a movie. Like I'm sure they sit around and be like, "Can they do that in real life?" Like, yeah. No, then they change up the action sequence and make it as unrealistic as possible.
Didn't Adam Sandler do like a Bollywood type movie? I feel like he did. I think he was like running on water or something like that.
You talking about Zohan?
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Zohan's a masterpiece.
But isn't that still Bollywood?
It's Bollywood style, I guess.
Bollywood itself is like I think they're Indian movies. Isn't that what it is?
I think so.
Or some Middle Eastern movies.
And then they just do crazy action sequences that just like, what is happening? And Zohan takes a bit from that. Yeah, because there's some absurd shit that happens in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's the closest thing that I know of that he's done that's Bollywood.
Like I remember in the beginning of the movie, he gets out of a car, runs Like he runs and jumps off a wall onto the second story of a building.
That sounds like Zohan. Like he does dump. Like he catches a foot. He was it fish, Brian? He catches fish with his butt cheeks.
Yeah, he throws it
Like-
up while cooking, and then he drops down and he catches it.
Yeah, and he literally like sideways kicks through glass. Like it's it. Yeah, Zohan is just a masterpiece of ridiculousness. So, Ren, would you recommend Kung Fury
Oh yeah, of course.
for all people of all ages?
I mean, it's a bit violent for little kids, but yeah.
So even though it's violent for little kids,
No,
you said
I'm
kids
not
watch it.
recommending it for little kids.
You heard it here first. Randall wants little kids to watch violence.
Okay. I'm saying anyone who's like a teenager and up.
That's no fun.
Yeah, that's like okay, whatever, dude.
Do you guys have a favorite Bollywood moment?
What, from that movie?
No, just from any movie, any Bollywood movie.
I haven't seen a
Yeah, I
Bollywood
haven't.
movie from like beginning to end. I can tell you a clip.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if you have a favorite clip, because
There's
like I've
one
only
where-
seen a couple of them.
There's one where there's a car full blast at a man. He fires a tire.
A tire?
A tire on
Yeah.
the car that's coming
He
at
shoots
him,
the
right?
tire. He shoots the tire. He doesn't fire a tire. He
Oh, I'm
shoots
sorry.
it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
what?
No, he fires at a tire. I'm sorry, you're correct.
He's so excited about this.
Yeah, like it turns and it starts barrel rolling towards him, right?
Uh-huh.
But the thing that always makes me laugh is on one frame, if it keeps rolling, it's gonna hit the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then it cuts to the thing barreling over him,
Mm-hmm.
and as he just grabs the guy out of the car as he's barrel rolling and pulls him to the ground. And I'm like, you got it, bro.
Wait. The car is going over him,
And he just
and he grabs the dude out of the car.
yes,
Yeah, it's similar to the first Deadpool intro. You know, where he's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
he
drops
cuts the
down to the
guy's head
car,
off.
and then the thing starts flipping.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that, but this is hilarious.
it's either that or there's another one. I think it's a clip or maybe like a Bollywood version of The Matrix. And it's one Indian dude who's chasing a guy, right? And then he clones himself like Naruto a billion times and creates a giant version of him that are all stacked together by clones of him. And I'm like, what do they do over like what the filmmaker is just sitting down to rip one huge blunt and it's like, yo, so what if Godzilla was man connected to another man
My favorite, is,
until they're all men?
my
You wanna hit
favorite.
this? Here you go, bro. You just take that, bro.
So there's a movie. There's a war going on in like older times. They've got like, you know, just sword and shields, and they can't get into the castle. So what they do is they get their best men and the general, and they have their shields, and they're like the big square like tower shields.
Okay.
And to get into the castle, what they do is there's a palm tree that's been, you know, reefed back with a rope. They all like line up, and then they turn and they go like this. And then the guy in front of him the guy behind him grabs his arm. They cut the line,
Oh
and
my
they
God.
start flying through the air, and they come together and form a cannonball of tower shields, and then crash into the top, like onto the top of the castle, and then just kind of like bounce for a second, and then flip up like, yeah, what's up? Let's do this.
Oh my God.
I want to find this clip because it is absolutely amazing.
The thing, we laugh at this, but every time I hear an anime is getting a live action, that's the type of action I expect to see in the remake, in like a live action one, and it never turns out that ridiculous like the shows. Oh Lord. Oh, I just read Kelsey's 2 things he watched and did. So, you're telling me, Kelsey, instead of watching Homecoming, instead of going to watch 19. Okay, first of all, you left your home to watch this, right?
Bad Boys for Life?
Yes.
No, I had the movie theater imported in here.
So instead of watching 1917, you were already there. Oh, yeah, instead of when you, I don't even know if you bought them online tickets. I don't know what the deal is, Kelsey. But instead of clicking on 1917, you're like, Bad Boys for Life.
It's a good movie.
Randall, I'm not asking that. These are all true statements? Or please tell me you were dragged there and you were unable to break free.
Shannon wanted to go see Bad Boys for Life.
Got it. So that you were dragged there and unable to break free. Understandable.
I mean, I wanted to go see Bad Boys for Life as well.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. So, you watched Bad Boys for Life. Do you agree with most of what Randall said last week about it? Did you like it a lot? Great action movie?
So there was one thing I want to say it was this movie. You said that there were a lot of plot twists, right?
Yeah.
How many would you say there were?
I'm waiting for Kelsey.
There was only one that I like.
Oh my god, Kelsey! I'm waiting for Kelsey. There's one plot twist that it ended with
only
no
one.
plot twists.
And Shannon called it halfway through the movie, which I still don't know how she saw that, but didn't fucking see how.
What's his
Grindelwald
name?
was told what's his name that he's Dumbledore's brother. Like that still just blows me away. We talked about this for about 30 minutes in the car.
So she got the one plot twist.
There's only one that I saw. Like,
and you saw Bad Boys for Life, Randall, right? It's confirmed.
To me, I saw 3.
You saw Bad Boys 3?
No, I'm talking about
it. To me, it technically is Bad Boys 3.
Three plot twists. So the race wasn't like a shift for you? Like that wasn't a twist for you?
The what?
The race.
The race.
The race.
Oh no. They walked into Hobbs and Shaw and said
You have no idea what there was only one race in the movie.
I got nothing, dude.
Between Marcus and Mike on the street.
He probably saw Wreck-It
Wow.
You're talking about the running race. I was thinking Cars.
No.
I don't think that's really a plot twist. Like that.
You was expecting that?
You could kind of see it coming, but like I don't really consider that a plot twist, more of like a, I don't know, just the movie moving forward.
I don't know.
Like it's like that. That's one of those that like, they kind of sort of set up. But okay, I could see how you could consider that a plot twist. I could see how you could consider that a plot twist, but they kind of sort of set it up in the very beginning.
Nobody look at me or Brian.
I know. I'm kind of talking at Randall.
He's just smiling at you, like he didn't hear what you said. So he's
no. I heard what he said. I'm just thinking like, okay,
like,
all right. So it was that one.
Yeah.
Then
they were watching. Ended up they were watching Chicken Little.
What he discovers on the computer. That wasn't a plot twist either to you?
Oh, he's on Pornhub. He didn't even watch Bad Boys.
What he discovers on the computer?
Yeah. What Mike discovers on the computer.
When he sends out the text message?
Yeah. And he finds out.
Said plot twist.
When he finds out about the dude that he's been fighting.
That was the only plot twist that I thought was like an actual plot.
All right. And
that was the one that she like leans over and goes, I know what it is. Like,
how did she figure that out?
She called it way before we even got to that point. She literally goes, I bet you. And then I was like, what? She goes, yeah, watch. This is what's going to happen. I was like, how the fuck do you see that, but you can't see that Grindelwald's telling the guy that he's his brother? Like,
I'm trying to remember what the third one was.
10 minutes before the ending, it turned into Ratatouille.
Yeah, like the race one. Like I could see how you might consider it. Go ahead.
After the basketball game, you can't tell me you saw that coming.
I did.
What?
That was clear as day, dude. Clear as day.
Yo, Randall, what are you watching, my guy?
I don't know. Maybe I look at movies differently than people.
With your eyes closed?
No,
I
mean, my bad.
They showed what was going to happen.
How?
They the guy's on the computer looking up stuff, and all of their faces come across it.
He wasn't on the list.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
I'm pretty sure he was.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
Civil War.
But yeah.
That's why it was such a huge shock, because he was not on the list.
No. Okay, well, he may not have been on the list, but it was kind of foreshadowed with the way that everything was being set up. Like, to me anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that one I was like, I bet you this is going to happen. As soon as that everything like settled down, it comes to the scene, and then, you know, like minutes before they were like talking about, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can't say
his profound speech or whatever with the horse. That's what
no, not him. It was between the bad guys.
Oh, okay.
And then they moved to that one, and then the horse thing was just like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I'm just imagining a horse talking.
And then I was like, it's gonna happen, right here. It's gonna happen.
What'd you think about the in the beginning when they introduced the dude and he was having that deal and he took out all those guys?
That was sick, dude.
Yes, it was.
Destroyed them.
Yes, it
like
was.
Shit.
And the one guy, I swear he must have stabbed him like 15 times. The last dude he got to, he had to stab him like 15 times. That jump was ridiculous.
I think you make sure they're dead.
I don't renegotiate. God, it was so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all in all, the movie was great. Like, it was fantastic. Martin Lawrence is fat and it's hilarious, and they like play to that the entire time.
That's mean, man. Like Thor levels,
it
or
is hilarious.
Well, it's not that he's fat. It's just that his face is bigger. So it's a lot bigger than it used to look when in the old movies. Like if you go to the old movies, his face is a lot more trim.
Because he's skinnier.
But his body isn't like he doesn't have a gut.
He's not, you know, he just carries a lot of the weight in his face.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah. You know, he's not like obese or anything. He's just he's got that like older dad life going on. And,
the dad bod, got it.
Yes, very much the dad bod. And it is hilarious. But you know, the two of them are great. You know, it's really awesome to see Will's character go through the stuff that he goes through. And same thing with Martin Lawrence's character. I like it was it kind of explains a lot about why Mike is the way he is, which is awesome. Yeah, it's an amazing movie.
I swear to God, if either of you come back and be like, "Yo, thank God I watched this over 1917," I'm not talking to any of you. You guys are permanently just out.
I mean, those are two different types of movies, though, man.
I'm just running a gag here, Randall.
I was going to say something
about gagging.
Oh, the when he asked, he was like, "How are you going to? How can I word this without giving it away?"
Oh, not saying it.
But I want to ask him what he thought about it.
Tell him a runtime code.
When he asked him about he was like, "Mike, how are you?" When they were on the plane, and he was like, "How are you going to do said thing with said person?" That joke was hilarious, man.
That was hilarious. Did you see the ending one?
Yeah.
He asked the guy at the end. He's like, "Would you do that?"
He was like, "No,
no, I wouldn't." Mike, he wouldn't do that.
That joke was funny.
Yeah, the movie has a lot of the like classic Bad Boys hilariousness. It's got a more serious take, like it feels more serious. Like in Bad Boys 1, it was just kind of this like new,
New franchise.
they're like funny, but they're not really serious. They just kind of play everything off. Bad Boys 2 is the same way, where they just keep rolling with it. Bad Boys 3 has a way more serious tone. With it, there's a lot of emotional. It's an emotional roller coaster, that's for damn sure. It was an amazing movie.
Supposedly they're making another one.
Dude, I was wondering that. I was like the very end, like the very end.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet you they're either gonna do like a kind of a spin-off of it, or they're gonna make a fourth one. Yeah. But I'm curious to see where they go with it.
Yeah.
Well, whatever happened to Bad Boys 4 Life? That would have been the perfect title for the fourth one.
That would have. You need to get on the phone right now.
I'm gonna call Will Smith. I got him on Instagram. I was gonna give him up. Yo, why'd you guys call this one 4?
So okay, I'm sorry.
Yo, hold on. In my chat, I have someone called Empathetic Harmony, right?
Okay.
And everyone's been dwindled down to a couple things. We have Batman, which Randall obviously, cutie Brian, and then Pretty Eyes is probably you, Kelsey. I am literally glasses.
Wait,
everything
what?
You see here, glasses though. That's me. I'm glasses.
Wait, where do you get your information from?
This chat that's right in front of me, Randall, that you have.
And that's what they're calling us?
You're Batman. What do you mean? What is what they're calling us? Like you got an actual thing.
The Dark Knight himself.
I got glasses, Randall.
That's what I was gonna say. Is you're most noticeable for the beard?
Am I? Because it looks like it's glasses.
You could
because that was the first fucking thing that was typed.
You could switch it up and call it Mr. Glass.
Randall, he can't high five you. He'll break his hand. I don't want to be Mr. Glass.
Yeah, but he's highly intelligent, right?
No.
What do you mean, no? I thought that's what his thing was.
Yeah, but he loses at the end.
So
how does that
describe Anthony?
And I'm not exactly. Oh, you're cute. I see why they call you cute.
Joker.
Or Pretty Eyes. Anyway, now that I have something to write in my journal.
All right, so Zed, I gotta point this out because it's too ridiculous for words. Zordon comes into my chat and says, "Can we get a serious discussion on North Korean Lion King?" And I told him that
I already have questions, but go ahead.
I told him he should put it in the as a request to discuss this, but he said he was going to, but we really need a serious discussion on this. And I said I had to ask, why is that? Wait until you actually see this shit. Once you see Bambi, yes, Bambi in The Lion King, shoot lasers out of her chest, you'll understand.
I'm cool. I'll pass.
This is what came out in North Korea?
Apparently.
I mean, that's pretty honorable to the main source material, so... You remember Bambi, the kids' fucking movie that you have lasers coming out of tits? You remember that, Randall? He has no idea what's happening right now. He's literally going into like a zone.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Apparently,
I don't remember anything.
In North Korea, the initiation day, they make you watch this video. That's what he's telling us.
What the heck?
It's crazy, isn't it? And we're over here worried about no, it's too soon.
I don't even know. He posted a reaction clip, and I kind of flipped through it. Holy shit!
I'd have to watch the entire film and I'd give you a reaction. Is the entire film somewhere I can see this? Is it just called Lion King with like the subtext "lol we tried"? Why is Bambi in there?
Dude, in one of the scenes, I'm pretty sure it's Simba, is sitting at a bar, drinking, talking with a couple of dogs.
Sitting at a bar.
Sitting at a bar, drinking.
Is this a cartoon?
Yeah.
I hope so. I don't want to see a live fucking lion sitting at a bar grabbing cups. Like, what?
I don't know.
The final series is literally called Winner and the Golden Child.
Oh, it's a series. It's not a movie.
Simba the Lion King or Simba King Lion. That's what it's called.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm not gonna
Bro,
lie to you.
Zordon always brings these crazy shits to our doorstep. I don't know. We can't react to that. I have not seen it. Do we want to see it? Is it
heard
Kung
that's
Fury
good.
level of ridiculous? Because it sounds like it.
I heard it's game of the year.
Journey level?
Yeah.
I see that. What the hell are we talking about? Bad Boys for Life. So you said you do recommend it?
I recommend it.
So that's two
it's
already.
a great movie.
Okay. I'll watch
Probably
it.
even better than 1917.
Oh, snap. Oh.
Way better than Stadia. So.
And
Jeez.
oh my! What was I gonna say? Damn it! I was just gonna be like, everyone has their opinions. Anthony, just put the knife down.
You can borrow Bryant's wrench.
That's overpowered. Like, I don't want to destroy half the galaxy with one swing.
Yeah.
Great input there, Brian. He says, "Yeah." Oh my. Okay, so we're gonna. Brian hasn't spoken in a while, Brian. So you started listening to music again. That's pretty good news.
Yeah.
All right. So hit us. You got 3 here. You want to go all back to back to back?
Pick one.
Jessie Reyes, because I heard that name before, but I don't know where.
She's a singer. She was in Eminem's album, not the newest one, because I'm just avoiding that. The one,
Kamikaze. Yep, yeah, you're right. Kamikaze was the
She
one
does a
before.
chorus for one of that, and she does like her own kind of, I guess, all like R&B stuff. This, at least the way the song sounds is kind of like one of those Florence and the Machine, Lana Del Rey, kind of like R&B but with a band, like one of those like old timey kind of things. It kind of sounds like that, but her voice doesn't. Like the production instrumentals sound like that, but she doesn't.
Is that good, or does it sound good like that, or bad like that?
Overall, I thought it was alright. Like, it's a mood song. Like, if you're in for one of those like R&B triumphant sounding Lana things, and you just happen to run out of Lana songs you heard. You know
what?
Yeah, you know, like Lana's music, not her, but like the way, like the production with the way the band plays out the songs, it's like swells, and I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, I kind of get
stuff
it.
like that. The song itself's alright.
Oh, it's only one song?
Yeah, all those are one songs. I didn't hear the whole thing.
Oh, those albums. I didn't click on the link to follow to my fault. Go ahead.
No, I didn't see any albums. I was like, I should listen to this. They just kept recommending like singles to me at the top of Spotify, and I was like, yeah, I'll listen to it.
It'd be like that.
I don't really remember most of the song. I think there's something that annoyed me. I think something in the chorus, but besides that, it's alright.
The writing was good? You said it was like Lana's and...
No, the writing isn't like Lana. It's just the production.
Oh, okay.
Like, with the way Florence's production is done and Lana's, but I don't remember most of what she says, to be honest with you, because I heard this like
last week, sometime last week.
Saturday, I think.
Is that you loading or buffering?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Give it a shot. You may like it specifically.
I'll give it a shot, because I heard the name before, so I'm like, I don't know where, but I guess I'll listen to it.
Yeah, I like her voice. I've heard other songs from her. I don't remember the names of those either, but I remember I like her.
Brian, did you know that the guitarist from Every Time I Die wrestles for AEW now?
I don't know any of those things, so yeah, I was aware.
AEW is the new thing going up against WWE now.
Oh.
And I don't even know if they own... I think they're going up against them anyway, in terms of like shows to watch for wrestling. And then Every Time I Die seems to be a band. And there's a guitarist in it, and now he wrestles in that WWE competitive thing.
I didn't know that, but he's diversifying his bonds, and I respect that.
Yo.
Does he still guitar for them? Or do you say, nah, I'm just suplexing everybody?
Maybe backstage or something. He probably plays on a guitar.
I think the real reason I listen to Jessie Reyes songs is because it has In the Dark in the name.
Yo, stop. You clicked on it because it said In the Dark? You're lying.
Maybe, I don't know. I'll save the best for last, and I'll go with. So then I heard Inhaler, the Inhaler. We Have to Move On song first. It's a single. Never heard of the band. It just Spotify recommended it. I said, all right, bet. And then so boom.
Boom.
So it played. It's not. I'm trying to think of how to explain. It's not punk rock at all, but it's like that pacing. It's like upbeat,
Okay.
kind of like a high tempo.
Like fuck the government.
It's the tempo of that, but that's not necessarily what the song's about.
No, but sometimes you can hear that in the instrumental. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
It was like
like,
upbeat,
just the
aggressive.
tempo.
Okay,
It's like the song isn't really aggressive. It's just like up tempo, like punk rock.
got it.
I enjoyed this song. I was expecting to not like it, but the thing I like about punk rock music is how upbeat it is, and they're usually guitar centric, and usually they have some kind of distortion on it that feels gritty. And you're like, yeah, man, fuck the establishment, man. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it's like that's the government.
This one's like basically I wouldn't say emo version of that. I'm trying to how to,
An emo? Is that
it
like
sounds-
a relationship song or?
just move on from like bad moments. I don't remember the lyrics 1-1 because I heard it Saturday and then I moved on with my day. But
Okay.
yeah, it's just we have to move on like from bad moment. They keep it moving. Is
Just
basically
keep it moving,
the
guys.
gist of the song. Yeah.
When life gas you
like-
down, you got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I recommend that one. Because it's like a blend of genres. It has the upbeat tempo like punk rock music. The instrumentation is kind of like alternative, kind of like I wouldn't say like Coldplay, but I guess Coldplay inspired in a sense. The singer, I don't remember his voice. I just remember I liked it. That's all I can say about that. And then,
Okay, Gump. That's all I got to say about that.
And then the last song is by Tame Impala, "Lost in Yesterday," and that shit is
A slapper?
I always forget. I'm always surprised by how entertaining Tame Impala music is. It's like I feel like I have to sneeze, so I might interrupt myself. But it's funky. It's like funky, but it's not like over the top like your Afro grows. Like it has some like
it holds it back a little bit.
yeah.
It's not Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, but there's some funk to it.
Gotcha.
I shared it on the Discord because I really enjoyed it, and apparently they're releasing an album. I think at the end of this month or next month. So I'm looking forward to that. But that song, I don't really know how to explain it. You'd have to hear it. They do a lot of like experimental funk, like electronic kind of pop, like all that blended together. And
they just have fun with it. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I really enjoy their music. That one I recommend to everybody. So basically, Jessie Reyes, if you're familiar with her and you like stuff that kind of sounds like Lana, you'll probably like it.
Yeah,
Inhaler,
like
if you like, you just want to listen to something new.
Okay.
That
has
different old stuff in it. Yeah, something different that doesn't sound like outdated, but it has older stuff in it. And then Tame Impala, if you're just like, yo, just surprise me. You listen to Tame Impala.
It's gonna hit you where it hurts.
Yeah, it's just slap.
Okay, I gotta hear it. I saw you share it, but I'm like, oh, I'm gonna listen to that. And then it just kept working.
I'd have thought.
Yeah. Speaking of work, if I ever have to interview someone, I'm gonna have Zordon give me a list of his questions. Because he just hit me with, did you ever get that random Soul Cycle instructor who plays punk rock? No, I don't know what Soul Cycle is.
That sounds like something from like Bleach.
Yeah, like
a group of people to Soul Cycle.
Now imagine you going in like, oh, I applied for this job, no problem. I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna get interviewed. I know all my shit. Boom, C++, hello world, whatever. And then I hit you with, have you ever gotten a random Soul Cycle instructor who plays punk rock? They're gonna be like, they'll break in front of me. They're like, what?
Look, man, I'm underqualified for the job.
Yeah, I don't know what spiritual ass coding y'all doing here, but I gotta keep it moving. You ever listen to Inhaler?
Mm-mm.
It makes me think of when you lied on your resume but get the job anyway, and it shows a picture of a cat wearing a police dog uniform.
Oh, don't worry, Zordon. I'm watching. I have a different client, so I see the link. It says don't post links, but I still see this link. Soul Cycle. What is this? It's not showing any images. Book
Is
a
it
bike.
like biking?
Yeah, it's like a bike.
Oh.
But it's not showing. What the fuck? What is? It's a studio. Oh, it's like a cycling class, and the lady's having a euphoric moment. You
She
seeing
probably
this,
chewed
Randall?
5 gum.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the middle of like a transformation.
She's transcending.
Yeah. I hate when they show these videos of people cycling and they show these guys with like defined muscles. Like the cycling got them there.
No, I just like how they show pictures of people smiling when that's not how it really is.
Yeah, when you're on the cycles, you're not smiling, going, "Oh, I love life."
Thinking about how you
I
can kill
am.
the instructor.
You're
Also,
lying.
everyone farts extremely loud during it. It's basically just yoga.
Okay, you had me at the everyone farts extremely loudly.
The part that's funny is like, and then he said, it's basically just yoga. And I don't remember if ever farting. I remember Kelsey's dick felt weird when he was doing yoga, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, he said that. Okay, I'm like, what? How do you know his dick feels weird?
So we were doing the P90X thing together, and one of the days is yoga, which I really just don't care for. And we're in like the warrior pose or whatever, where you're like you're sort of squatting or lunging, and
It's
your
like
arms out like
Warrior
this.
One.
And he asked how I was doing. I was like, my dick feels weird.
That doesn't answer his question in any way, shape, or form. Does that mean you're aroused? Oh my. Oh shit. Okay. I guess we should go ahead and do some Pokemon here, Kelsey.
Some Pokemanes.
It just logged me out of my chat. Love it.
Technology.
Oh my god, Restream sucks, bro.
Technology.
Stop streaming to 17 different countries and they just fucking.
It's not
just use
countries.
Twitch.
It is countries with that attitude.
They're using every solar system to stream. What the hell? Zordon said he might stop doing CrossFit soon.
Any
Zordon
reason?
said.
That's crazy. I don't remember him, so I don't. Why?
I know it was
doing
April
CrossFit?
1st. Zordon said he might stop doing CrossFit.
If he stops doing CrossFit, who are we gonna have to talk about CrossFit with?
Excuse me?
Zordon's are in for CrossFit.
Oh, word.
Yeah, what's up?
Who's he talking?
Yeah, I think he doesn't get it. He's not woke.
Yo, are you talking to me? Like, what's happening?
The light has gone completely off. The chain broke.
I'm trying to fix this stupid chat client, and he says, "Yeah, what's up?"
Yeah, I
I'm
think
like,
he muted himself.
"Oh." So okay, you're not. The stream isn't muted, and the podcast won't sound like I'm muted. It's just the Discord was muted. Yo, I'm like, what are you talking about right now?
You said okay word or oh word, which the pronunciation of weird TV is word as well.
Oh, and then you said, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, what?
I told you he's not woke, but
Fuck, dude. Okay, let's try that again. I don't think the relay thing works.
Attack, but speaking of attacks, what do you feel about Pokemon Sword, Kelsey?
Yeah, tell me about Pokemon Sword. Zordon sent something, but I don't know what the hell it is on my chat because this thing was refreshing. So
Basically, try to sell me or dissuade me on this because I'm on the fence of getting Shield.
So I'm really enjoying it right now. The tutorial, the like intro part of it, the story takes a little while before you can actually go and do things. I'm still sort of in the middle of it, even though like I've progressed to a point where, you know, I'm on my way. I feel like they're like out of ideas to like what to name Pokemon and what to do because it's all. I mean, there's only so many different things that you can, you know, do.
make
like
a creature out of.
Yeah. You know, I mean, they can continue to mix and match different types, but like everything is dual type now. It's not just like, oh, Squirtle's a water Pokemon. No, he's like a water fighting dark Pokemon, you know? Like
What?
that's the shit that they're doing now. Is everything has like everything is two types, you know? And they don't have I don't remember which one it was in because I didn't play it, but they had like an ultimate evolution thing, you know,
Yeah.
Omega
like power up.
evolutions. That was X and Y.
Yeah. So what they do now is they have something called Dynamax.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically
Isn't it Gigantamax?
no, it's called Dynamax.
And their form is called gigantic or whatever.
Yeah, they become these massive creatures, but it's a Dynamax mode.
That's a Google search page. That's why his entire camera just went.
I know. I'm waiting.
It's good. I know sports.
So, the very beginning, do they have vacuum cleaner Pokemon yet? Not actually. I think they had one that was
chat.
like that.
I'm like, yo, who the fuck said? No one said that.
Zordon asked in chat. I forget what. Maybe Victory Bell was like a vacuum cleaner type Pokemon.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
No.
yeah, technically a vegan one.
There you go.
Absolutely.
No.
Made
So-
by plants only.
They have gone back to the actual like Pokemon battles, which is great because like the last one that I played was Let's Go whatever, and I played that for about 4 seconds. And, like I'm done. This is stupid. They changed it so that if you have Pokemon just in your, you know, you can have up to like 6 Pokemon in your bag or whatever or your party. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You don't have to like switch to get them experience. Everybody in the party gets experience. And it gets split up based on, you know, the thing that you kill, however much experience it normally gives. So if you wanted to like power rush a Pokemon to get through its evolutions, you put everything else in the box and you just have your main one and then the second one and just watch it go up in level.
And just grind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
After the first little bit of the tutorial thing that they do, the little bit of the story,
Yeah.
you have this like really massive open area called like the wild area. And it just has a slew of different Pokemon. It's kind of like that. What was it in like Red and Blue? Where you
Safari
could go into
Zone.
that. Yeah. It's
I
kind
got
of
you.
like that. And then there's these like pinkish honeycomb looking things that sit on the ground
Ooh.
that hold Dynamax creatures. Okay. And so you can go up to it and you talk to it, and you get, depending on how strongly the thing has been charging, you get what's called watts, which I really don't understand why they have this in here. But you can get things called watts, which is a second form of currency that you can go in that area and certain other places and purchase other things.
How is that spelled?
I think it's literally like a watt, like WATTS.
So what the hell is electricity in that world? How do they measure?
But
I don't know. I don't.
I'm so
I don't
sick
have a
of
clue.
Pokemon, dude. Just,
But you can go up to the it's a Dynamax den, and you talk to it, and you can either invite like other players or friends or whatever, or you can say don't invite anybody, and just some random guys like random trainers will join you to fight them, and then it's 4-on-1. The leveling difference between Pokemon doesn't seem to be as massive. Like all of my characters were level like 10, maybe 11, if that. And I killed an Onyx that was level 26. Like,
what?
yeah, there was a couple of my characters, he just didn't really do a bunch of, well, it wasn't so much they didn't do damage to him. It was just that he kept screeching at them or casting Curse, which reduces his speed but increases his attack and defense. And so my characters just, whatever character I had out was just like pummeling him, but I was actually doing damage. So I was like, okay. And then I eventually killed him, and he dropped like 3 or 4 of my characters, but the whoever was left just got a shit ton of XP. and so they got to level up quite a bit. You can actually see the Pokemon in the bushes, which is really cool.
Like
So
in Let's Go.
yeah,
They
so you
kept
can
that.
like
Thank God.
they show up. Like if you're far enough away from the bush, you don't see them, but as you get closer, you can see them like start appearing,
Mm-hmm.
and you can, depending on how big the character is, you can sort of tell what they are, or at least see them and know that whether or not you have them or not. Um, you also have a random chance battle running through the bushes. Sometimes, like if you are in the bush and a Pokemon sees you, you'll see like an exclamation point, and then they start charging at you to force a battle. Or I
But
think
you
if you're like,
but you can move out of the way.
I think so, but I think there's also there's a random chance where you're just like running through and you just happen to go into a battle.
Fuck. I hate that.
It is very slim so far. Like I mean, I
Okay.
spent minutes like running through stuff and didn't run into anything. I think I've only had it triggered once, and it may have just been because it I happened to have a Pokemon see me and then charge me, and I just didn't see it.
Gotcha.
Um, you start off with a fishing rod.
Oh, okay. That's different.
And fishing in this game is a little different. You have to find like a whirlpool in the water in
Oh,
order
you
to
can't just do it on any body of water like in the other ones?
now,
That
Mm.
sucks.
which kind of sucks. Yeah. Um,
So what is it, like specific Pokemon are assigned to different like specific whirlpools, so you'll know these water types are in this whirlpool, or is it like
not a clue.
okay? Because I remember in the
Uh,
old ones, depending on the rod you had,
Yeah,
you
could
get
get different
different.
types of Pokemon.
So do you get different
I
rods as well, or you don't know yet?
haven't gotten that far into the game. I'm
Gotcha.
literally only like at the second town because
Uh-huh.
I spent probably an hour just running around the wild area trying to catch as many Pokemon as possible.
Gotcha.
Um, I don't know. I probably caught 20 or 30 Pokemon at this point, and I only use base like 3.
Do you feel like you're like just going through the motions, and there's nothing like
There isn't been anything that's like, oh my god, you have to play this game.
mm-hmm.
It's like if you've played Pokemon and enjoy Pokemon,
You
it's
know the
definitely a fun
formula?
game to play.
Gotcha.
But it's the same thing. Like I mean, they've kept some things from like previous games. Like I said, you can see the Pokemon in the bushes. Some spawn just out in the open and will they might charge at you, or they might be really friendly and just come up and follow you. But they won't like get into a battle unless you run into them. Um, you have camping equipment now, so you can you literally camp. You can play fetch with your Pokemon and get them experience and things. You can cook for your Pokemon, which also gives them experience or like increases health, increases stats, a couple bunch of other stuff.
Like permanently or like temporary buffs?
Just I think it's like temporary. Um, I have not run into a permanent yet, but I don't know if that's not the case.
Okay.
Trying to think of what else you can do, like online battles. You can do online trading. They did give you a box, like a box link, so that you can now trade your Pokemon in and out whenever you want. You don't have to like go back to a Poke Center, which I think is
Oh,
really nice.
nice. Yes.
But that
That's
was a really nice, quality of life thing.
Yes. That's pretty good. That's good on their part. Instead of walking to a fucking Pokemon Center every goddamn time you want to swap.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you have ingredients on you when you set up camp, you can heal them by cooking for them, and the cooking is a mini game though, which I don't really care for. You have to like fan the fire, stir the soup, and then there's like I'm trying to think of what it is. One of those like it starts out as a big circle and slowly closes, and you have to push the button at the right time. And the
like
very
a quick,
last one is
quick
like
time
you
event.
add, yeah, and you add soul into it. I'm pretty sure is what it said. I really kind of just skipped through the instructions.
Gotcha.
But like so far it's a lot. I mean it's fun for what it is. It's a Pokemon game. There's really like the game has been the same since the very beginning. Like if you played Red and Blue, you've played all the other ones. The only thing that's changed is the graphics. They've done some nice quality of life things. I feel like they're kind of reaching the end of their rope with what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. It's all going to be recycled forever. So
It's unfortunate. They gotta make it online, man. They gotta actually make a Pokemon world and stop doing this. Like, invest in servers, Nintendo. Let's go. Like
if they made it as a virtual reality game, that's probably the only other thing that they could do to like really be like, okay, we're gonna step it up. You could put on the gear, you run around, you do the motion for throwing the Pokeballs, you can yell commands, you could do, whatever. Like, that would be the next like big step for them.
good luck on that, because right now the only thing VR or AR they're working on is Nintendo Labo. So
What's that?
You make things out of cardboard that reflect real life. Like, you can make a fake driving stuff with it. You can make like a fake robot with Nintendo Labo. It's all cardboard. And they have some, like, I think you can make a fishing rod with it.
A piano.
A piano with this little box, and you can pretend you're doing piano stuff.
Yeah. So if you enjoy Pokemon but haven't really cared for the last couple, then this one's probably going to be, a decent one. Because it kind of goes back to some of the roots of, how it works and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They have, like I said, included some they have included some nice quality of life things, like, being able to trade your Pokemon in and out. The Dynamax battles are interesting. You can make your character, your Pokemon go Dynamax as well. As for like what's new and interesting that makes this, way better than all the other games, there's nothing. It's a Pokemon game. It's always just going to be a Pokemon game.
Unless they do something drastic.
Yeah. The only thing it has up over everything else is the visuals, and I think they started doing that with what was the one that they had the Mega Evolutions?
X and
X
Y.
and Y.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure X and Y had similar visuals where it was like 3-dimensional and you could run around, right?
I think it did, but there might have been one before that. Maybe Black and White did that, or no?
I don't know.
Or Black and White 2. I don't know I've skipped a few, so.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, Super Smash Bros. Came in with the everybody's here. And these guys were like, we'll give him to you in DLC. What? That.
But it's free legacy content.
Sorry. Speaking of DLC, they have a battle pass for Sword and Shield. That's like another $25 or so.
30.
$30. I don't know what it entails.
It's 2 expansions that are new content. One of them adds like raids you can do with friends.
Yeah. I remember
new versions of Pokemon, and in between those, they're adding legacy Pokemon for free. It seems.
I remember that when Sword and Shield came out, they had removed a lot of the world, or what felt like a lot of the world compared to the other games. So I don't know how time-wise how long this game is compared to the others. But somebody did the math at one point, and it was a huge difference. There was like only 60% of the total content, mathematically speaking, compared to some of the originals.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, I'm enjoying the game, but I also haven't played one since like, I don't know, Fire Red, Ruby Red, whatever. Like I played the original Red and Blue. I played Gold and Silver. I actually still have the cartridges and my Game Boy Color. I think I played.
Is my stream even up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up.
That's weird.
Go ahead. I don't think I played really any of Emerald. I played Yellow. I didn't play, what was it, Sun and Moon. And then I played like Ruby Red or Fire Red. whatever like the remake of the original was, and then
Fire Red,
and then like Ruby and whatever the other one is.
Sapphire.
Yeah. So, but I haven't played in quite a few generations, but I wanted to get it just to try it out. So far, it's the same shit. You pick 3 starting Pokemon. You have Grass, Fire, and Water, and then they have like a secondary type. Like I picked the Fire one, and I think it's a Fire fighting Pokemon, and so because he gets some fighting moves.
That's probably what I would go with. I usually just run to the fire one.
I mostly chose on the way that their evolutions looked.
Ah,
He had the coolest looking evolution to me, and so I was like, guess I'm going with him. The the leaf one is a monkey, and he just turns into this massive like gorilla, with a drum or something in front of him. And then the water one, I don't.
Inteleon. It's like a not a salamander. It's like a chameleon with clothes on.
Yeah, and like this super skinny looking twig of a thing.
Yeah, it goes from being like emo, then it evolves, still emo, then it becomes an assassin. And one of the things they're adding is dynamite gigantic whatever the hell it's called. I'm bigger to the starting Pokemon, and his is just he's on a big rose with like a sniper.
why not just add them as regular evolutions? Just give them a 4th evolution.
That's too smart. We have to have gimmicks that
a 3rd evolution.
No, we have to have gimmicks that only exist in this game, but then the next one, because they're in a different region, it doesn't exist anymore. That's what they do with the Omega evolutions.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it's fun. It's nice to like play it on the Switch and actually have like a big screen and whatever.
That's
it's something I like. Last night I turned it on and played for a little bit and got through the beginning of the story crap. Today I was playing and spent most of my time in just that really big area, and started moving forward. Haven't gone anywhere else yet.
All right.
So can't like. I recommend it if you like Pokemon.
But
if you're looking for something, if you're expecting this to be new and exciting, it's not.
Gotcha. It's the same. All right. And now to our finale. Randall, we went to the doctor's office. So we had
He's pregnant.
Because we have a sleep issue that we needed to solve. So we went to talk to Dr. Sleep. A movie that came out last year. The sequel to The Shining. So what do you think, Randall? You came in like 30 minutes late. And I filled you in.
Speaking of which, I need to watch that 30 minutes. I thought that it was good. Creepy. The acting was really good.
Sure was. Even the child actor did pretty well.
Disturbing.
Disturbing? Really?
What happened to that little boy?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Again, I would kind of say anticlimactic with the end because I was expecting a little bit. They like built this person up to be like, I mean, especially after she took all these canisters, I was expecting her to go Super Saiyan 18, but it was a clever defeat.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't a long, drawn out 6-episode. Let's power up, fight, power up some more. I'm better than you. Power up some more. Punch him in the mouth. I'm better than you. Oh, Namek's exploding. Like it was. Hey, I already had a plan to destroy you. I'm putting it into effect. Hey, look, it worked.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit like, oh, let's see what she can do. He didn't even. Bryant, it's like if you're like, oh, I got this new team in Dragon Ball, right? And you're like, I'm gonna try out the chemistry with it. and then you just don't get to play because GT Goku. That's basically what happened at the end.
Yeah, it was kind of unexpected.
All right. Well, I'm going to agree with just about everything he said here. So, takes place. Actually, the movie takes place like a little bit right after the events of The Shining, and it follows the kid and the mom and what, because there's like 5 chapters. First chapter is a bit of backstory of what happened to him as a kid, Dr. Sleep, which is the kid from The Shining. If you guys remember The Shining at all,
Yeah.
Okay. How a little bit of what happened, like as a kid, and he grows up, turns out to be a drunk, like his dad was. Yeah, his dad was, because the bar scene.
Was it intentional?
I think so, because that way they can have that scene at the nostalgia place.
Oh, I thought maybe he did it because he didn't want to shine.
No, he did that. Oh, that's why he did it. It was intentional because of that, because it drowns it out. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the Stephen King books and the whole thing about The Shine and how it's part of every book and it's like canon. Do you guys know?
Not aware.
Okay, well, from The Shining, you know how the kid had powers, and then the black dude in The Shining had powers too to help him. Yay or nay? You guys are just typing away or looking away.
Keep talking.
He asked a question.
Yeah, I'll answer my own question, I guess.
Sorry, you have to ask it again. I got pinged.
Okay. That means I keep talking. Like
Yeah,
more
it sounded like a
questions?
rhetorical question. If I know, I'll interrupt you.
What was the question?
She was like, yay or nay. Like, he was explaining the backstory. And
I asked, did you know about The Shining and how it's a canon? And y'all were just like...
I literally said
yeah.
out loud,
I answered that.
No, I'm not aware.
And then
Literally
after that,
out loud.
I forgot the question afterwards, because at this point, no one cares. So... I was asking about the black dude. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Black
from
guy?
The Shining. Yeah, from The Shining.
He was asking about the particular characters in the original movie, if you knew about them having powers.
Mm-hmm.
If we knew about the what? I didn't hear it.
Them having powers.
No, I didn't realize that.
Or The Shining. That's what they call The Shine. Everyone has it. Everyone has a bit of it, even if it's a little bit. That kid had a lot of it.
Gotcha.
And everyone has a mixture of like light and dark in you. It's very anime type of stuff when you say it out loud. But so yeah, he had that. He was really good at shining. He can read minds. He can. I think he was also a looker, right? Or no? Anyway, they delve a little bit more deeper.
Is that what he does this? Is that considered looking?
The looking is what the chick does too. The little girl.
So then he is a looker.
He could be. Anyway, we're just throwing terms out there, but they delve deeper into The Shining, which is fantastic. Ewan McGregor's fantastic in the movie. Rebecca Ferguson's also fantastic as a villain in this movie. One gripe I have about it is that it was like a squad for the villains, and they only had like 1 or 2 of them that shared the spotlight and showed off their powers instead of like everybody that's in the squad of villains. Like, if let's say you have the Legion of Doom and you only know about like 2 of them. That makes sense. Like, I wish they went and gave more time to the others or expound. Like, how did they get to join the squad?
I feel like that's a huge problem in movies these days. It's like there's all this stuff going on, and you're like, I want to know more about this thing over here, and they're like, so there's this guy over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go this way, and it's like,
So
no, go fucking go that way.
Like they start.
Last Jedi.
Yeah. So basically, this is like going into the Shining to a point where you're like, oh, what else can they do? Like, you start questioning what is the Shine, what's possible with it, and then they start moving away and putting the focus on Dr. Sleep, which is, the point of the movie. So, but it still pans out. Like, there's enough information to the Shine to get you through the movie and everything makes sense, and it's not, oh, they just wrote that out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, I guess this is happening now. It's not the last two movies. That makes sense of the Star Wars, where there's like, oh, the Force got us through it. Mete bofetada. That's my coworker. That if I'm pretty sure that's Angel right now. Shout out to Angel. He made it to an episode. What the hell was I talking about? The Shine itself. So the Shine itself, I think, was implemented really good as a sequel. This movie I thought was gonna be like leaning heavy on like the nostalgia of, hey, remember this from The Shining, and then like make like either references or something to it in a way that didn't work for the movie, but instead they actually worked for the movie because they, like, everybody knows the red rum thing from The Shining, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they use that in a clever way for a communication thing here. They use what else? There's one nostalgia thing that I'm like, why did they even show this? Which is one of the villains going, is that a spoiler? They make it back to the house of The Shining. And it's been...
Hotel, you mean?
The hotel, yeah. And it's been like, what, 40 years? 30? How old is this? The kid? The guy?
I thought he was in his 30s.
He's in his 30s. So it's been a long time. So you see, like, I don't know if you guys remember The Shining, how bright and everything was like new, and it's like a huge hotel and look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's all run down and it's more creepy and whatever. Well, they get back to the house, to the hotel, and they don't like. The only thing they did was. Do you guys remember the elevator blood scene?
Yeah. Who could forget that?
Okay, well, I didn't understand what the use of it was in this movie. It's literally the villains walking through the hotel, looks out at the elevator, it starts doing the blood thing again, and she just like, huh, and keeps walking, and then we're done with that. And I'm like, what just happened? Like, why did we see that? But besides that, like that reference, everything else was used fantastic. Like the build up to get back to the hotel, seeing it run down, the apartment or the hotel room that they were at, where here's John. Like all of that is like, if no one's touched it, the set looks really good. It looks like just as they left it. One thing I think me and Randall didn't touch on it. I thought you were going to talk about it. I think we're on different opinions here. Is they recreated scenes from the original movie. So the people, like the mother isn't played by the same woman, and Jack Nicholson's not in this, but their characters are. If that makes sense.
So it's not like they CG'd him on.
Yeah, they didn't CG. Yeah,
supposed to be him.
They just put a guy who looks like him. Like when you look quick, you're like, oh, snap, is that him? And same with the mom.
Stupid.
The mom looks really good, so I guess you side with Randall then. Because
if it's that character, then you CG him or you do something.
No, for me, I'm like, thank God they didn't, because it would have. I don't know. It would have felt weird doing it in this.
Is it a flashback or is it?
No, it's happening.
One of them, a few of them are flashbacks, but one of them is an actual conversation.
Yeah, and they didn't age him because story reasons. If you remember what The Shining happens in The Shining, anyway.
That's dumb.
I don't know. For me, I know Randall thought the same thing. He's like, that sucked. He wanted to see Jack like make an appearance, and I'm like, no, because I'm like, I sat through 3 hours of The Irishman, and that's deep faking like Robert De Niro's young face and Joe Pesci's young face. I'm like, no, it takes away from the scene. So I'm like, I'd rather them just recast someone that looks just like him or has the same mannerisms, like, and do the best he can to recreate it, than just slap on a Jack Nicholson young face and have him do it again.
Here's my issue with this. Okay. It's the fact that I'm not
Shit,
taking.
if I get serious.
No, it's just a small opinion. That's all.
Not a big opinion.
It's not anything huge. It's just, so I'm not taking anything from the actors and actresses from the original movie. They all did a great job.
Phenomenal.
But what most people remember about that movie is Jack Nicholson's performance.
Okay.
The character that he played.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very iconic character.
Yes.
All right. So then
Here's Johnny.
you reintroduced this character in a sequel to the original movie, and you have what I remember is a 15-minute long conversation, and you replace him with another actor. Now, I'm not saying that the other actor doesn't have any acting chops. Obviously, he does because he got picked to play the role. I'm not taking anything away from him. Kudos to him. But that role belongs to Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
The character belongs to Jack Nicholson. The reason why that character is iconic is because of Jack Nicholson's performance.
Yeah.
So the way he talks, the way he acts, facial expressions, all that stuff like that is what made that character, is what sold that character. So when you have a scene that is 15 minutes long with him talking to his son, you want that same nostalgic feeling. You don't want something different, because while that guy slightly looks similar to a young version of Jack Nicholson, his mannerisms, the way he talked, was nothing like I was. You know how you said deep fake took you out of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
That completely took me out of the theater. Like, it was like, I'm like, why am I watching this? Or not why am I watching this, but why did they do this? But again, I understand your side of the story, and I'm pretty sure there are other people who agree with what you're saying. But as far as me and my defense, the reason that's one of my biggest gripes is because he made that character. You're kind of stealing the soul away from the character when you do that, because Jack Nicholson made that character. It's kind of like certain actors or actresses won't be put in certain scenes with characters because they were still the show, because they have that presence. Jack Nicholson has that presence. And when you have a scene like that that's supposed to be like important and you don't have him in the movie, it's like, this don't have this scene. Just skip to something else.
So I agree with half of what you're saying. If it's flashbacks, they should have just used the flashback footage. But for the scene you're talking about, when he's talking to his kid, what is the thing he repeats over and over again? Sorry, sir, you might have me confused for someone else. And that line's important. Because if it was Jack Nicholson deepfaked, no, my guy, I'm not confusing you with someone else. But since it's this guy talking to him, and he's for some reason sees him because there is similarities, now it's important.
I feel like that wasn't part of the
decision making.
I feel like that was written into the script to validate them having a different actor. I don't feel like that was an original part of the story, because in that conversation, he starts talking about stuff that his father felt. The issues of having to feed a child and deal with a wife and all that stuff like that.
But
how would he know all of that? How would he know that his father had an issue with his wife and his son, and that he went to drinking, unless it was him?
Because he's a bartender and he hears bar stories from people who are sitting there drinking all the time. That's context clues.
So you don't think that was supposed to be Jack Nicholson?
It could have been, but that's why I like it this way, because you don't know for sure.
So then if that was the case, if that bartender was not supposed to be Jack Nicholson's character, then he should not have played the role of Jack Nicholson in the
flashbacks.
In the flashbacks.
I agree with that.
That right there, that told me this guy he's talking to is supposed to be Jack Nicholson.
Right. And there you have it.
Civil War.
Civil War. Now you guys want Team Batman or Team Iron Man? They're the same character with different clothing.
I just don't understand the decisions that some people make, man. I am by far no guru as far as making movies or writing movies or anything like that. But I think I have a very good sound understanding of what makes sense in movies and what...
He's laughing at you.
Who?
Kelsey was laughing at you. Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
He's still
laughing at him.
I lost my thought. I forgot what I was going to say.
You don't understand how movies that you have a grasp of what makes sense in a movie.
Yeah, it's like, I understand what makes sense as far as a decision that is made. Like if you have, I don't know, I can't give a good example right now. But it's just like a lot of times in these movies, I don't know who's calling the shots. It could be the suits, it could be whoever, it could be somebody's vision. But it's just like sometimes people, when they should clearly go left, they just like, you know what? Let's just go right just for the sake of going right.
What if Nicholson said no? Don't do the movie?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that's a valid reason for not having him in that movie.
I mean, he's got games to go to, you know?
Speaking of games, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Oh,
Rest in
yes.
peace,
How did
Kobe
we go
Bryant.
an hour and 30 minutes?
And his 13-year-old daughter.
Yes. I don't know her name.
And
I should know her name.
people on the
believe
plane,
that.
Gianna, Bryant.
And everyone else who was on that plane as well. The plane? Helicopter? What was it?
It was a helicopter.
Helicopter.
What did anybody ever find out why it is that the crash happened? I didn't look after the first or second
I
day.
thought it was
So I heard
weather, that they shouldn't have been flying in the weather or something.
Yeah. So supposedly the police who fly helicopters were all grounded, but his personal I don't know what you would call it. I guess that's still called a pilot, right?
Yeah.
Even though you fly
It's
a
a
helicopter.
Yeah, it's a pilot.
His pilot had he had the approval to still take off and fly.
Yeah, Angel said bad weather as well.
So he's even though it was bad weather and other pilots were grounded, he still got the approval to take off. So they went anyway because they were going to his daughter's basketball game. And supposedly there's actual footage of it too. Like the plane spun out of control, then it started barreling, and then it smashed into a
mountain.
No, it was, well, I don't know if it was a mountain. I was told it was a canyon. Canyon.
Okay.
And it obviously on impact the whole thing just exploded.
It just
That
so
sucks.
tragic. Shannon told me that, and I was like, "That's got to be a joke. Are you reading The Onion? Like, what's going on here?" And then
That's basically The Onion. This is The Onion just reporting some crap.
you know, like they can't. The world is too fucked up for them to make up shit and to have it not be believable at this point. So they're just like, they move on to something that is so ridiculous and far fetched that you have to think that it's, you know, made up. And then I, you know, got on Facebook and saw everybody was like, "Rip Kobe, Rip Kobe." Got on Reddit, it was everywhere. It was like, holy fuck, dude.
Here's something that's really trippy and borderline scary to me. Today, I was shown a video on YouTube of a cartoon with Kobe Bryant in it. The video is him in a helicopter that crashed. He crawls out of the helicopter barely with his championship trophies, and it's like 3 kids, and they say to him something about pass me. Oh no, they was like, can we help you or whatever? And the helicopter's on fire or whatever, and he's like, can we help you? And one of the kids says, pass me the trophy. And he like, cause there's like a running gag that trophy.
Oh, that he doesn't pass.
That he doesn't pass. And he was like, pass, and then the helicopter explodes. This video was made in 2015.
Oh, what? I thought you were gonna say that was like a meme they made after they heard the.
This video was this cartoon was made like, and I believe you can't like, I can't be completely accurate, but I think it was made in 2015. It was made. I know for sure it was made a long time ago. I just don't know if it was exactly made in 2015.
That's trippy. Today I had a coworker show me a video on The Simpsons. Like the writer of The Simpsons is a time traveler because the whole Simpsons show has been calling things to happen in real life for years now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
they had
what?
Trump going down the friggin' escalator, giving the thumbs up or whatever. I was like, what?
Yeah, I saw that video and I'm like, okay. Yo, I'm telling you, the time traveling exists, bro. Brian, he keeps telling us. He's like, "Woo!" the entire time, and we laugh at him. But you don't know. He knows what you're gonna eat tomorrow. So yeah, rest in peace to everyone in that crash. Oh, hold on. Angel in the chat says supposedly other pilots say he should have fly straight through, but he instead tried turning around and flying higher, and he went through some bad clouds. Oh, man. Oh, see, I get it now. Okay, so instead of going through the canyon, he went above. Got it. And that effed him up. Effed up the helicopter, I guess. I'm not a pilot. I have no idea what could have, whatever, but. Rip. What were we talking about before the Kobe Bryant thing?
Dr. Sleep.
But what specifically? Oh, the cast swap. I don't know. I thought it was. I enjoyed it better. I don't know. I the deep fake stuff. I'm not. Maybe just the Irishman wasn't good, or maybe the Batman versus Superman put it to bad. Like seeing those, like you can, like see it's digitally imprinted. I'm getting like tired of seeing that. So for the fact that they just chose to swap out the person, I'm like, okay, I'm digging this. Especially if you're watching it like in 4K or something, you'll see it, even if it's upscaled after the CG's been implanted and downscaled. Like, I don't know. You guys have to just see it for yourself, see if you care, or if you're like, oh, whatever. But
there's only been one movie that I've seen them digitally create somebody that it looks just like them, and you wouldn't notice until they told you afterwards.
Who?
And that was the Paul Walker in the final Fast and Furious he was in.
No, there's times you can see it's not him.
Yeah, I mean you could tell like from clues about his body, but like the very ending scene looked just like him. Because they digitally crafted his face onto his brother.
But they already look similar, and they were the same, like near the same age.
But they don't have the same body style. Like Paul was jacked, and his brother wasn't.
Paul was just jacked.
Yeah.
No, he was just cut. He wasn't swole.
Yeah,
he wasn't like super diesel, but he's in really good shape.
He was just a skinny dude. He looked like a surfer dude.
He's in shape, but he's like cut. He's not swole. He's not jacked. He's just like deep, like well defined.
Like he's low body fat. Like I don't think he's got.
No, he was pretty big for one of the later movies. Like he actually had gained some weight for it. Okay. But like I didn't even realize that wasn't him until they, came out afterwards. But like there are a couple of times that you can see it, but for the most part, I think they did an amazing job of, digitally crafting his face onto his brother's.
Oh, okay. It's because for when it comes to de-aging, it just don't look right.
No, it really doesn't.
They don't look. There's bless you, Brian. You good?
Thank you.
You want to go see Dr. Sleep? He can probably heal you right up.
I wanted to see it, but you guys already watched it.
So now it's just deleted from the universe and you can't see it?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. That's how that works. But I actually recommend it. Because the whole thing, it was a great. The ending was like a halt because they straight up just outsmarted her. So, but besides that, like the whole rush, you're getting to know the villain a bit, what their motives are. We haven't even spoke about the little girl yet. So basically,
I don't think you should.
You're right. Actually, you're right. But anyway, there's another person and there's another major character in there that has quite the arc. Her and her family. That's about it I can tell without spoiling stuff that happens. But I think that's about it. It's like Brian, like Randall's. I keep swapping your names. Definitely has suspenseful. What I did like is it didn't try to lean on a bunch of jump scares. So anything that's like scary is actually like it's more suspenseful than oh my god, when's the next jump scare coming? So yes, it was horror, but it wasn't like the cheesy what's around this corner? We're gonna slowly build up to it because everybody walks an inch an hour.
And what's also I thought was clever is like it doesn't always have to be a jump scare. It could it's like one of the parts that I didn't like jump, but inside my body I was like, what the? It was
which part was that?
It was when so they didn't use an actual traditional jump scare. They used the music, like it was quiet or whatever, and then something came on, and I remember your girl jumped too. But I don't know if music started playing. I know it had something to do with the lamp in the ceiling. The light came on.
Yeah.
and it was a really loud, jolting sound, but it was like scary. Like it caught me. Like if you wasn't paying attention, you're paying attention now.
Got it. So that's something we didn't mention on the sound. They love to leave you to like. It loves to leave you in silence, and let the suspense build up naturally because you're not hearing anything. Just like the characters aren't hearing anything, and if they hear anything, it's like the ambient sound. Like if they're in a room, you just hear the reverb of like whatever's happening in the room. If they're outside, you just hear nature voice. Like, but you know the character knows there's something up, and they cut the music, and now they just let the suspense build instead of them walking towards behind something. Somebody just jumping out and going ha! Like it builds up great. The punchline. The whatever scare they build up to is earned. What else?
I'm just letting you guys know that.
Oh yeah, there's a torture scene in this play, and the kid. Did you guys end up seeing Good Boys?
Mm-mm.
Well,
I don't think I have now.
Okay, well, Good Boys came out last year. It's a comedy about these kids that need to get to a kissing party, and it's pretty funny. But the main kid of that movie is in this, and he does a fantastic job throughout this like torture scene. Like it's believable. Like you're like, oh shit, this is like it's a weird compliment. It's a weird compliment, but like he sells it.
Man, I love a good torture scene.
Okay.
Yo, this
like,
junk is horrible, man. It really is. Torture period is really terrible.
Yeah,
demented.
100%. Right here in public, we're gonna say that. Yes.
What?
Don't worry about it.
But the fact that it's happening to a little boy is just amplifies it like immeasurable, and it was very difficult for me to like endure that scene, man. Like it's really, really horrible.
The thing is, another thing they do really well is about setup and you know the thing that people say about horror movies, like you don't know when you don't know the evil, it's scarier until you see the big bad and you're like, oh, okay, I know what it is. Well, they flipped it, so in the beginning, a girl gets captured, and they don't show what happens. They're like, oh, the bad guys got them. It cuts to Dr. Sleep, the kid. I forgot the kid's name. Jack Torrance is his dad. I forgot his name. The kid's name. Something Torrance. Dr. Sleep.
When they catch the first kid in the beginning, do you hear?
No, it's like, oh, we got you. And then they rush towards her and then it cuts. So you're like, oh, damn, they got her. We don't know what they do. Then we find out about the canisters and we're like, oh, okay. So I wonder how they get the canisters. Once they capture the boy, you find out what they do with the canisters and like what all of that means and how it feeds into what the shines are. Like I said, they do a good bit of swimming into, hey, let's start explaining what the shine is, and in a pretty cool way. The old guys at the hospital. Like there's just a great performance all around. Like from even the smallest characters in here, they have to like face mortality, and then they have their moment of leaving. Like he's Dr. Sleep for a reason. You'll find out why they start calling him that in real life, like as he gets older. But it's just all around great performances. The villain was actually had like a survival type of like motive, because you'll find out. The arcs for the characters were great. The special effects were great. Like the way you know how Doctor Strange had its way of showcasing like you're in someone's head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do that here because it's a lot of like telepathic stuff and and they do a great job of showcasing what's happening when someone is in someone's head. Not like Professor Xavier when they just go and you just have to like, oh, I guess they're in their head.
I just realized something.
Finger bang the head. Yeah,
like they actually do cooler things than that. So
when she was in.
Jeez, Brian, you spit on me.
Thank you.
Bless you.
When she went to go visit the girl.
Yeah.
In that scene. She did that to her face so she wasn't unable to like figure out what she looked like?
Probably.
Okay.
If I had to guess. That's what I would do that. That's why I would look like that.
It just didn't hit me until now that maybe that's why she did that. Because I was like, why does she look weird like that?
Could be that, or maybe there's some other like psychological reason about how you view yourself in your head. I guess I don't know. But that's a good question to ask like the director.
One thing that I wish they had in the movie that they didn't is when during that scene when she's going through her library. I wish they would have showed a little something,
like an Easter egg of some sort, like something about her that's like
just
some
a little backstory.
Yeah.
There, you know. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things where I'm like, I wish they had more time to flesh out.
Can't do backstory. Then that's a whole other movie franchise, man.
No, whoa, don't say that out loud. Because we don't need that, right? Doctor Sleep was pretty good. We had The Shining, Doctor Sleep. They complement each other well. Yeah, like even his speech after his 8 years after the drinking, when he's in front of the AA group, like all of it. Oh my God, the loss that we the friend.
You might as well just tell us the movie at this point.
Yeah, how? You can't. Christ. Can you piece together everything I said?
Well, I know a lot of things. There's loss right here. I know you go into somebody's library. You're telling us a bunch of bullshit. You liked it. We can move on.
Did you answer my question? Can you piece together everything?
Yeah.
No, just tell me it. Tell me the story.
Spoiler for the viewers.
Okay, then sit there and look ugly. Got him, guys. He said they thought I was gonna say cute, but someone else already complimented him on that. You only get one.
All right. Glasses is tight already.
Right?
Shit, talk about it, yo. Gucci. That's I highly recommend it. The ending might put you off because it's kind of abrupt, but it's already 3 hours, so.
I mean, at least I don't know. At least it's 3 hours. I really can't stand movies that are like an hour and a half, and you're like just getting into it. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna end it."
Yeah, like for me, like the journey was really. I loved everything, and the ending came, but I'm like, it has been 3 hours. Like, they have to end it somehow, and I don't want a drawn out battle at the end. So,
I still gotta watch the first 30 minutes.
That's also true. To get a little bit of backstory, I guess.
Much.
Nothing that we didn't already film in, but seeing frame by frame what's happening. I mean, it's a film.
Seeing is believing.
Yeah, and that too.
It's always the same story. It's like I'm up in my room, like working on something or whatever, and then all of a sudden I either hear some music that sounds really interesting, or I hear a whole bunch of screaming, or I hear some action.
Whoa!
And I'm like,
what kind of action you hearing?
Like explosions or something like that. Or somebody, you can like, sounds like somebody's fighting or something with weapons.
Fighting what? Oh, okay.
Anyway,
you're a pervert, Randall.
So I'm like, what the heck are they watching down here? And that's literally what I said when I came out the room. I'm like, what are y'all watching?
Dr. Sleep, my guy.
And but they had already been 30 minutes into it, so I was like, well, the little bit that I saw, I was like, you know what? I'll just watch it, and then I'll watch the 30 minutes later, the beginning later.
And it's just great. I don't know. I recommend it. And that's it. All right, everybody get the hell out. I'm just kidding. Oof, did anybody forget to put anything on here? Because that was it for what we consume. I mean, we're approaching 2 hours, so it's a good way to end it.
No, nothing for me.
How do you feel going back to TF2?
Oh, shit. So yesterday I gave in.
It's going to become the new face.
When's the second one coming out?
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought that's why you were playing it, because there was another one coming out or something.
That is the second one.
Yeah, you said
that's why it's called TF.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know, TF2. When is the third one coming out? I thought maybe because there was a third one.
As soon as Skullgirls 2 comes out.
Oh, snap.
Randall, did you ask me if Valve...
Look at Brian's face. Hold
on. We'll get to him in a second. You asked me if there's another Team Fortress coming out. Randall.
That's not a legit question.
No, because I'm going to explain... Just let me explain to you.
Okay.
Half-Life 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. I'm just going to look up this information. When did Half-Life 2
I think the only number 3 that they've done
Hold on. Kelsey, hold on. Half-Life 2 Episode 2, which is like the story expansion for the game, came out. Sorry, let me skedoodle over here real quick. In 2007, Randall. Okay. Let me backtrack. In late 2019, which is 12 years after Half-Life 2 Episode 2 came out, Valve had the audacity to say, guys, we're making a Half-Life game. And they're like, let's put it in V-fucking-R. And also, it's not number 3. It's what was Alex doing during these episodes or whatever the fuck it is.
So it's like a parallel.
It's not 3 is what I'm telling you. And it's in VR exclusively. And you're asking me if TF3's come. Randall, they're going to release it in like mobile.
TF3?
Yeah. And be like, y'all, why not?
You guys love phones, don't you?
Fuck. Yeah, Cobra's in the chat saying after Half-Life 3 comes out. That's not never. Team Fortress 3 is never happening. What was your question, Brian? Because I'm already triggered.
Going back to TF2.
Oh, I feel great. Missed a bunch of the nostalgic shit I hate about it in the begin with. The random crits that are enabled by default. The loading screen that's still not asynchronous. It just blocks up your game every time. What else? I didn't do the competitive thing yet, but I'm sure that's empty because they use third-party sites to do competitive now instead of just locking that down into the game itself. But it felt great.
But there's still a lot of people playing.
I mean, I found I was playing. You know, like just people. It's a free game, so I'd imagine people play it. So,
It's always been free.
No.
Oh, okay.
It came out in the orange box that came with Portal, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2, and then Team Fortress 2. Now, Randall, I'm going to repeat what I said to you earlier. Half-Life 2 Episode 2 came out in 2007 alongside Team Fortress 2. Do you see how old Team Fortress 2 is?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that anybody still plays it is pretty amazing.
Now, Randall, you would.
Older.
Do you know who cares about Melee?
Well, the fact that maybe just being optimistic.
Here we go. Kumbaya, man. Here, let's go. Let's get it.
Maybe because they're coming out with a new Half-Life, even though it's going to be VR, maybe they might combo it with a new TF.
They're gonna really, yeah. Randall, do you know how much money Team Fortress earns Valve a month? You're smiling, but that's pretty much the amount.
I would
it's just
say
smiling
because it's free.
Do you know how much money Dota makes them a month?
A lot.
Smiling is also an actual answer too, because they can't see past the money, so all they do is smile. So if a game makes you dumb money, and the other one's like, oh,
Steam.
But I'm talking about games here. Steam's like automated. They don't give a shit. There's no customer support. There's nothing. It's just like, hey, floodgates open. Put any game on here. Randall's is our Valve PR guy. He clearly has inside info with his maybe. There's no maybe. Maybe is actually part of Valve time, which is never.
Maybe I had a
keep making stuff that has $1 million prize pots for tournaments or Team Fortress 2 that doesn't even have proper competitive modes in game.
Yeah, but Team Fortress is a popular game, obviously, right?
Randall,
it used to be. It used to be.
But I mean, like, okay, it's popular for how old it is. In comparison, you said 2007.
Yeah,
people were still playing it online, right?
Current players 54,000. Anthony, still, I mean, technically doing well.
That's a lot, bro, for a game that was made in 2007.
And that's how many people were playing it an hour ago.
I gotta just keep hitting him with numbers, I guess, because numbers are just. I think numbers are below hope. I guess I don't know what that fucking means. Let me show you. Let me just bring up more numbers for y'all. Prize pool. The International 2019 is a Dota tournament by Valve. That the prize pot gets funded by how many people buy the battle pass for that game. A percentage of it. The prize pot was $34 million. So why in El Diablo's asshole would they even look at Team Fortress? When has Team Fortress given them $34 million in one day?
I don't know, man. I think if they updated,
I guess not one
it a
day,
little
but
bit, I think if they updated it a little bit, people would that play what is it, Overwatch would come back.
Keys.
I'm waiting for the PR man to respond to that, to these hard numbers here.
I'm gonna side with Kelsey on that one.
Which is what?
That the people who are playing
Overwatch.
I think that if they made a new TF, I think there would be a large group of people who would come and play. And if they put as much effort as they put into Dota into the new TF, I think that it could be huge itself. Maybe not as huge as Dota, but I still think that they could make it could be very lucrative.
But why fix what's not broken, Randall?
It's not about fixing what's broken or not fixing what ain't broken. It's just like creating. People want this. I think people want this.
That was the wrong argument to use, Randall. You had something until you said people want this.
You don't think if 54,000 people are playing a game that was made out in 2007, you don't think there's a following?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's wrong. It's just people want this isn't why Valve makes things.
No one.
I thought Valve was one of the companies that were for the people. At least that's what you always kind of
Randall,
told me.
one, there's no. Okay, let me backtrack. All right. In a business, which is what Valve is, which is what CD Projekt Red is, which is what Capcom is, which is what any of your favorite. Let me finish.
Those companies are all different because clearly CD Projekt Red cares about people and Capcom doesn't.
CD Projekt Red can now bank on that story because they've done it before. But now if shit hits the fan, they need to make choices now that make us happy. So they'll have to jeopardize what they want to put in the game or whatever to make us happy because that's their story and they want to keep to it. Because they know they'll get more sales if they stay to that, hey, we're for the people story. Valve has so much money, it doesn't care anymore. Valve has one of the biggest game distributing platforms on the planet. With one of the most financially profiting games in it, which is Dota. It used to be CS way back when, and then CSGO sort of started picking up pace as well, but now it's Dota. And now they're trying to get into the same the auto battle fight, the team fight tag,
chess.
The auto chess thing with their version of Dota Underlords. Is that what it is? Dota Underlords. Mm-hmm. That's more money that can be made there. All of it's money moves, and it'll always be money moves. No matter how much you love your precious developer. Cobra's been TF2 is not dead though. It still has its fan base. Yeah, it has its fan base, and they're gonna sit. The reason I went back
That's
to it.
money to be made.
The reason I went back to it is because I for some reason still follow Banny, and Banny is a TF2 pro player since who knows when. Since before I knew about competitive TF2, he was playing TF2 competitive. He still streams that daily, and I'm like, yo, this man has been holding on to this game. Like the smallest strand of hair, he's just been gripping it. You know what I'm saying?
Gripping it.
And I'm like, yo, what is going on? Yeah, Cobra says he also still follows Banny. And he's knowledgeable about the game. He understands what the game needs, and he knows his shit about Team Fortress. He's been playing it longer. He's played, I'm sure, all the maps. I came on yesterday. I'm like, oh, there's new maps. Didn't know what the hell I was doing in some of the maps. So I'm like,
wait, so they're still putting out new content?
No, they are not doing anything. The community is making maps and assets and stuff. Put it up on a workshop or something, and then someone at Valve's like, yeah, looks good.
Really?
And they just add it to the game.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, that's great, Randall. Fucking fantastic, Randall.
I mean, no one else is doing that.
Randall, my game locks up when it's loading the fucking map. There's more to be done than, there's a new map.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. I was just going off the fact that this huge multi-million-dollar company is still taking the time to let people make a map and say, okay,
I'm sure it's Banny. I'm sure it's just Banny there. Like literally after he's done with his stream, he goes and goes, yeah, that map looks pretty good. I beta tested that. No. But I'm sure that's why it's still alive.
I don't think you should give up on it, man.
I loaded it. I reinstalled it, Randall. I haven't given up on it.
But now that you've reinstalled it, don't uninstall it and just.
That's up to Valve.
Keep fighting the fine fight.
That's up to Valve. Fuck, man.
I honestly think if they gave TF2 just like a little bit of love, they would get everybody that left for Overwatch back. Like Seagull would come back.
Seagull was a fantastic pro player on TF2.
Like, I mean, I watch his stream every now and then. He still talks about TF2 and how amazing it is. You know, the only reason that he plays is because he's like, they're not doing anything with it, so I'm moving on to a new game because there's nothing in it anymore.
I refuse to believe.
Here we go, Kumbaya man again. Strike two.
No, man, it just logically it just doesn't make sense to me.
I hit you with logic, and you just keep hitting me with keep hoping. That doesn't do anything.
I feel like there is something in the mist. Like I feel like they make.
I know. Do you work there? Like, can you just tell me what?
Just listen to what I'm saying. I feel like they may be working on something. They're just keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, it's how can we try everyone's fucking patience?
Everybody like, huh?
Anthony, it's a plot twist. He knows all about the plot twists, okay? He can see him coming.
So you're saying I should buy a VR headset?
I didn't say that.
Hold on. Play through Half-Life, fuck whatever, and when I finish the game, it just turns into Team Fortress 3?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I am saying that I feel like this game is still popular, even though it's not as popular as the other FPSs. It is still popular enough for a game that came out. That's the thing. Like I'm sticking to it. It came out in 2007.
It's free now.
I understand that, but people still isn't what else is free to play?
Destiny, Overwatch.
Yeah. There are other games that are free.
And they have more players than Team Fortress.
Isn't free.
Yeah, Overwatch isn't free. You have to pay for Overwatch. It's still $30.
Apex Legends.
Apex
Fortnite.
Legends.
Oh my God, Fortnite.
Do not compare the numbers of Fortnite to TF2 because that's I'm against what you're trying to push.
I'm not comparing numbers. I'm just saying that it was made in 2007.
Uh-huh.
And it still has a considerably large amount of people still playing the game that was made in 2007. Somebody at Valve has to be paying attention to that.
And when you try to open the door to the office,
and wait, was TF2 a failure? Like when it came out, did it fail as a game?
No.
Or was it considered highly successful?
When I started playing it almost religiously, it was way after it released. So I don't know because I had it on Xbox, played it. I'm like, oh, we didn't have Xbox Live at the time because we're just too young to afford paying it.
Mm-hmm.
So we just cool. We played offline, did nothing, and then I just finished Portal and all the Half-Lives and moved on in my life. Then I went to Full Sail, bought the orange box for PC, and I'm like, Team Fortress, and then that's when I played. But that was years afterward.
See, I could understand if that game was a flop. You know what I mean? It came out, it just flopped. It didn't do good. It was a piece of trash or whatever the case is.
Marvel Infinite.
Marvel Infinite.
Yo, facts.
I could understand.
Facts.
I could understand it being dropped and like nobody wanting to play it, and then the company's like, "We're not throwing no money into this ever again." But that doesn't sound like what happened.
It didn't. It was supported. There was so many updates. Everybody was like, "Oh, what's the next character or the next class that's gonna get updated?" We were excited about it. Then they made like dual updates, where like Soldier versus Demo, and they both got their own new weapons. And then they made it automated in a way where like, hey, you can just upload your own custom weapons. We'll add it to a fan community update, and that's what they've been doing. Everything's fan made.
So Half-Life 2 Episode 2 also came out in 2007, right?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check Team Fortress's release date before I'm lying to everyone, but I'm pretty sure it did.
You know what I miss from Team Fortress?
Oh my god.
The Meet the videos.
Yes, it was 2007 as well. The Meet the videos were great too.
So
the Meet the Pyro was amazing.
So here's the thing. If they're coming out with a new Team Fortress, not Team Fortress, a new Half-Life, even though it's not 3, but the fact is that they were working on it behind closed doors. Who's to say? Who's to say? Obviously, I am being very optimistic here, but who's to say that that's not what they're doing with Team Fortress?
Because Randall, I almost called you Vandal because I think you're right from fucking Valve headquarters. Valve,
Bryant, I need you to calm down, okay?
Valve invested on making VR headsets, and they haven't been selling. So they're like, how can we sell this fucking headset? Let's make a Half-Life game exclusively on VR headsets. Because money moves, Randall.
Which is really dumb. Like, I don't know, whoever was in the boardroom and was like, our VR headsets aren't selling, we need to do something to get people to buy it. Let's make Half-Life on it. That person should have just been fired on the spot. Like, there's just no. Just
Well,
like,
the reason why he didn't get fired was because it wasn't a 3 at the end of it. The fact that it's some alternate thing is like we give you a pass if this junk screws up. Because everybody on planet Earth and Mars and every other planet has been waiting for Half-Life 3. So they're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna like risk it.
There has been people who died waiting. What are you laughing, Randall? I'm not kidding. It's been 12 years.
It's true. I don't know. I just kind of thought that Valve was like right up there with those good companies like CD Projekt Red. You know, they care about their community.
Well, one CD Projekt Red has a smaller community than Valve.
It still does not negate the fact that they care.
Money moves, Randall. It's a business.
Watch, when one day you go on the internet or you wake up in the morning and you go on Google or you go on YouTube or whatever, and it's going to be Team Fortress trailer.
Randall.
Soon as you open that door, I'm gonna be like, I told you so. Where's my money?
1, we didn't bet. 2, I don't have to worry about that happening. It's not happening.
As soon as you open the door, I'm gonna just hold Bryant standing there, and he's I'm gonna hold him in the air, and he's just gonna be like, "Give me all your money, give me all your money."
Can someone please just animate that in some form or manner? Because that okay. I don't have anything else to say about Team Fortress. What was your question? How did it feel? It felt great. It felt back. I mean, I'm a little rusty. Like I'm not hitting my pill shots.
It's because you weren't going sniper, dude. If you had gone sniper,
I did go sniper.
You would have won that match.
Oh, if I went, okay, that's what you mean. On that specific match, that arbitrary match, you probably don't have specific one knowledge of or remembering which match.
I think I'm gonna uninstall Dragon Ball FighterZ.
What
you
the
gonna
heck
uninstall
happened?
it?
I'm just tired of Goku's.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't want to support this game anymore.
Oh, did you tell them about the Elgato? Tell them about what happened?
What?
So last week, I'm like, I'm gonna play some Smash with some friends.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stream it.
Yeah.
So I plug my Switch into my Elgato. It's connected. I see video.
Okay.
I look at OBS, and that's not what it looks like. Turns out I'm pretty sure my Elgato's dead.
I need more context. What do you see on screen?
First of all, before you continue this story, what is an Elgato?
The capture card.
Capture card.
Oh.
So, because since it's using a console, he just uses that. The HDMI goes to the capture card. Capture card. HDMI goes to his screen.
Second question: why is it called the Cat?
That's their brand. That's the name of the company. Is Elgato. Elgato Gaming. Sorry. The Cat Gaming.
Because this pussy dank.
All right, that's been the ADLR Podcast, episode 79. But it probably is pretty dank. Go ahead, Brian.
It shows up, 1, low quality, and 2, it doesn't even show the full screen. It'll show like huge black parts of it, like parts gone. A lot of it just like shifting. It looks like an old... It just looks, how Kung Fury does those effects where it's like, oh, to look retro, but that's just what it looks like. Like you couldn't even see what I'm doing on the stream.
It looked like somebody vomited on his screen.
What? Have you tried swapping HDMI cables? Maybe the cable itself is trash.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand is that he said that the preview and the software for the Elgato looked normal, but OBS just wouldn't render it properly.
So it's not your Elgato then, it's OBS.
Which doesn't make sense because I restarted it, I've done every single option and nothing.
So every time you load up the Elgato Capture HD software, it looks fine.
It looked fine. I did it once and it looked fine.
Well,
I mean, it does sound like it's a problem between OBS and the Elgato Capture.
I think that's what that's what it sounds like. If you can load up any other software that uses the capture card and it looks fine, then it's not the card's fine. It's OBS.
I don't know.
Can you try it again and send me what your game capture card settings in OBS is?
I went through every possible option on OBS and nothing fixed it. I even deleted the display. You know how it's like a display capture. That's how you get the Elgato in there.
Yes, sir.
Deleted it, remade that object or whatever, and it's just like, no, you get half the game.
What version of OBS you got? 24.3? Large. All right. Well, this has been the episode 79 of the ADLR.
I don't remember, but it's
I think
up to date.
it's a setting somewhere that was either messed up or something. Because if it works somewhere else on the same computer, the drivers are fine. It has to be OBS just crap in the bed.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'm done playing. I'm done. I'm gonna
playing
see
Dragon
what
Ball.
They do. I'm gonna see what they do with who else they're gonna announce with Seaman Goku. I'm gonna see what the patch notes are. If they just like GT Goku, he gains a little bit less meter. I'm done. I'm not gonna play a fake Marvel game and all it is a Goku and then this little piece of shit just doing whatever he wants for 7 hours.
Why don't you just uninstall it now and see if there's anything they announce or show that you're like, oh, I should reinstall it.
I'm gonna do that. I'm loading up Steam right now.
Lit.
So I'm guessing everybody is just playing with these same characters online.
Probably in tournaments. Like I was Brian's watching a tournament where he tells me about a tournament. GT Goku's like there's multiple GT Gokus in top 8. So it's like, why bother? It's turning into Marvel 3.
Pretty sure there's several teams that it's just nothing but Gokus.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else is funny? Every Goku's mid to top tier. Every version of Goku.
He's the one that saves the planet. That makes sense.
So I went back and I started watching all of the old Dragon Ball Z movies. All of them are the exact same. The thing comes out of nowhere, beats the shit out of every single hero.
Yep.
Goku goes, I need more energy. Give me your energy. Everybody's like, I'm out of energy. Goku goes, I really need more energy. They're like, here's the last of it. And then he just suddenly beats the shit out of him. And it's like nothing has changed.
Yep.
He doesn't get more powerful. He just gets more. He just gets a bunch of energy.
Yeah, but I don't want to support a game where every year I have to buy another Goku in the season pass. I don't want to play a game where maybe Goku's not top tier this season, but him with a Rambo headpiece on, that's the new Goku. That's really good. It's not Goku, that's his dad. Oh, no, I'm done with that shit. And then watching you play TF2 genuinely made me happy. And then it's like, why am I playing a fake Marvel when I can play a game that's better? So I'm probably just gonna be playing Skullgirls again.
Lit. I did have like a very overwhelmed feeling of, oh, I'm back. Like,
was it emotional?
Yeah, it was. I held back some tears at certain points because I'm like, oh, this is game design. This is
saw you
it.
streaming, and this was my reaction. I was like, saw what game it was. This is frame by frame what happened. I looked up Twitch because I got a notification you're streaming. It didn't tell me what. It just said, I can't believe it. Whatever you named your stream. And I saw your stream. It said TF2, and I was like, so I clicked it, and I saw you were playing. Then I typed what I wrote in there, and then this was just me the entire time. I was like,
yeah.
I cried through most of playing Reach again. Yeah,
Reach has there's character arcs there. There's like legit loss of characters you care about. Like that's emotional, because it's cinematic. Like it's.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even just that. It was just like.
It was also really fun to play.
I mean, the game pulls you in, and just like remembering being over there with you guys and playing with you two and Ignacio, and then.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ignacio did play with us.
There was something that happened with the four of us that I think Bryant yelled at me about, but I don't honestly remember.
I think it was me yelling at Ignacio because I thought I won a rocket launcher match between all of us. Like, I fired a rocket launcher. I don't know if it was you there. I don't know who it was. But I fired it and I got hyped like I won. And everyone, all you guys were staring at me like, what the fuck are you doing? You lost. And I'm like, what? And then y'all laughed at me for like 2 minutes. So
When
yo,
when I was
Javi's
living with my
mad in
old
the chat
roommate,
right now.
when I was living with my old roommate, buddy of mine, my roommate wanted to play Halo with me, and I was like, okay, you want to just go through the story or get online or whatever? He's like, no, I want to verse you.
And you're like,
are you sure?
Are you sure you
you're
want to do
absolutely
that?
positive, you know? And he's like, yeah, let me play against you for a little bit, and then we'll get online and stuff. And he wasn't a console player to begin with, and he wasn't an FPS player at all.
This is a recipe for disaster.
And I'm like, okay. And so whenever we played, I don't remember what map we were playing in, but we played with like random weapons, and a couple of times they had the plasma sword or whatever it's called.
Okay.
And I would get it, and I would just be running around going, da-da, da-da,
Jaws theme.
da-da, da-da, da-da. And he sat there the whole time, and then I'd like just come out and cut him, and he'd just be like, "Fuck, man, stop."
That's how you do it. That's the initiation. You gave him the warning.
Yeah.
Randall, I technically made my friend return Street Fighter 4 the day after he bought it.
I remember that fucking day. They literally ran through this kid like.
Yeah, I remember.
Randall's like, let me show you what I can do with you in real quick. And I'm like, nah, I would have returned it. I would have been like, I'm not playing this fucking game anymore. He carried the fucking guy from one screen of the one end of the map to the other, just hitting him over and over. He got up, he's like, oh, I'm going to hit a button. Blocked. Does it again. KO! I'm like, nah, my guy, I'm done.
That's how you learn, man.
Sometimes you just have to lose 31 times in a row to realize
that came from the soul, didn't
never
it?
gonna play fighting games again. And that's just the way it works.
I mean, back in the day when I was living up north, like I paid money to get my junk pushed in. And I was playing nothing but like Korean and Japanese dudes, so like the matches were in like 15 seconds.
You don't have to pay money anymore. I'll do it for free. And
the girl was there with them. Like, he'll be kissing his girl in the middle of the combo, and I'm like looking like an idiot. I'm like really trying, and this dude is just effortlessly like carrying me all over the screen, kissing his girl, having conversations with her.
What, Brian?
I said you
heard him.
I mean, you probably would have won a round that way. Oh shit! All right. I think we're all off our soapboxes now, right? Because Valve listens to this.
Fuck GT Goku. Fuck Goku.
Just say fuck DB Fighters. You're uninstalling it.
Installed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck DB Fighters, bro. This is your breakup. I'm gonna put it in the description. You break up with Dragon Ball, and I rekindle my relationship with Team Fortress.
That's the worst part. I loved playing the new Broly, and I have no will to play it again.
That's 2 games.
No, he's playing Street Fighter again.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, friends of mine play, so I just zone them. And
He lights them up.
But is your heart in it, or are you just playing to play?
I'm just playing to play.
You said you're maining Gil now?
No.
Oh.
I was playing him just to figure him out, and he's fun.
You're just doing Sagat, or are you doing Alex?
I'm going back and playing the characters that I was already tight about, like the ones that weren't Sagat, and I'm just doing that. But I still main Sagat. I'm always gonna main Sagat. I waited 3 years for Sagat, and that's all that there is Sagat.
I got you.
And Alex.
Good thing it's coming to mobile now. Mobile Switch.
That's not true.
What's coming to Switch?
There was a leak of games coming out for Switch, and Street Fighter's on there, but Ono already said that's not true. I mean, I don't trust him, but
I don't know
said
why
it
you would
wasn't
believe.
true.
Yeah, I'm like, it's coming to Switch. I completely see that happening. They put it on 3DS. Like,
Not 5, it was 4.
I know. So if they're dumb enough to put 4 on 3DS, they're gonna put 5 on Switch.
Yeah, but 5 is a Sony exclusive that just happened to be on PC.
I'll see you on Switch, bro.
All right. I mean, if you're an idiot and buy it on Switch, that's you.
It's only Sims busting out. I'll buy again.
No, an underground.
Yeah. 2. No, it was 1. It wasn't 2 that I got. No, I think I got 2 multiple times as well. Yeah.
No, for Underground 1, you bought it on PS2, and then I was like, I want to play this on GameCube, and only did the drag races and had you do the rest of it. And then you got Underground 2 for like everything, including the phone, basically.
Wasn't there a mobile, like a weird, like
Engage.
version of Underground? It was weird.
There's a Sims on there.
Yeah. Wasn't busting out.
Random
though.
side question.
Go for it.
Does the Switch take a micro SD card or an SD card?
Micro SD.
Micro.
Do you guys know if there's any like specific one that they recommend getting?
I bought just one that was highly reviewed on Amazon, not for the Switch itself, just
I
a
don't know.
good SD.
Review.
I don't have mine
Yeah.
on me, but I bought one too. I think I got a 64 gig one, or maybe it was 128.
Yeah, I was trying to decide between 64 and 128, because I have 2 games loaded on it and it's full. Like I have like maybe 2 gigs left.
And it's only 2 games. Yeah, you need to replace that.
It only comes with like 32 gigs, if that. And
Oh, you're right.
I have
you're right.
I
Yeah.
have
Pokemon and oh no,
It's
Yeah,
Mario
Pokemon
Kart,
and,
Pokemon, Fire Emblem,
and Smash Bros.
Smash.
Oh,
well, I have the cartridge for Smash and
Oh,
Mario Kart,
gotcha.
but I don't know. I may just spring for the 256 since it's only like $10 more, just to have the room.
Uh huh.
I almost bought the Power Rangers game because it was on sale, and people that used to play Marvel Heavy really enjoy it. And I didn't because I was like, I don't need a game that 7 people play that I'm gonna try to play when literally like I'm the only other person playing. But there's crossplay between the Xbox version, the PC version, and the Switch version apparently. And I might do that now that Goku FighterZ is out of my library right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see. Just give me a new Marvel game already.
Or a new Injustice game because I want to play another more story mode for it.
Injustice 3 I'm buying. If they add PC to the crossplay for MK11, I'm buying to support the idea.
They're out here, dude. Speaking of which, Rainbow Six Siege got a freaking update today that includes Vulkan API support. Now, I'm excited for that because that means Stadia.
Nobody gives a fuck about Stadia.
Since Ubisoft is going to be including their Uplay subscription for Stadia as well, this is very promising. So, I mean, it's just going to flop right on top of the Stadia platform because that's what it uses for the most part is Vulkan API for the rendering. And if the game runs that, that's one step forward towards that. So we can.
It's gonna be irrelevant if they don't add crossplay because then you're gonna play against
Stadia people
yourself.
Yeah, but knowing Ubisoft, they might adapt and be like, I think it's time to enable crossplay with like optional opt-in crossplay. We'll see, because I mean it's been a huge success for Modern Warfare, so I'm sure all the other publishers now are going, I think we should do this.
I don't know. Torchlight 3 announced.
Yes, and Torchlight 3 has been renamed now because before it's going to be a free-to-play called Torchlight Frontiers. Now they swapped the model. It's going to be a paid game, and it's going to be Torchlight 3. Showed some gameplay with the announcement. It looks pretty cool. New animations, still very stylized characters like in the other ones. It looks like you can play as a mech, like a little robot or whatever. And I'm like, That looks cool.
Coming out this year too, so I'm buying it since Diablo's like coming out this year. Also announced at Genesis, which is like a premier Smash tournament. You know that game that I streamed and then I sent you the link for, Kelsey Rivals of Ether?
Yeah.
They're releasing a definitive edition for Switch summer this year.
That game actually looks pretty cool. Like I watched the tournament that you sent me, and I really enjoy the characters themselves. Like, it's not like, even though it's a Smash clone, it really is better than Smash. Like it just feels like everybody is extremely balanced. It's really well thought out, and the game itself just looks really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This the one with Hyperlight Drifter in it?
No,
and
that's
Juan?
Brawl Out. This is the one with Shovel Knight.
Oh, okay.
And Ori.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's coming. Definitive edition. They're trying to develop. The guy who made it goes to the tournaments and commentates, and he said they're trying to like wrap it up. Like they're trying to move on from it, so they're releasing a definitive edition on Switch this summer. I don't know if there will be crossplay or not. That's one of the games that has the devs care because they had a side tournament of just workshop characters people made.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't know if you wanted to try that, Kelsey. I mean, I have it on PC if you want to do Parsec or whatever and try it before you buy it, but it feels way better than fucking Smash, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, any game that instinctively loads a buffer that's so long that you can,
think about
do the input,
life.
Go get a glass of water, come back, and then it starts the input is bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, it was pretty bad. Like, it was way worse,
mode,
obviously, when Adam and I were playing and we didn't
you didn't have game mode enabled. Yeah.
No, that was terrible. It literally was
when I put my hand on that controller, I'm like, bro, something's wrong.
I pressed left once and I put the controller down and I was like, that the game mode's not on.
Yeah.
See, the thing is that was the only game that I had any problems with.
Yeah.
I didn't have any problems with Mario Kart. I didn't have any problems with Fire Emblem. It literally was like, that was the only game that I was like,
yeah, like that was like unacceptable. I'm like, I almost wept for you. I'm like, you were playing Smash Bros like this?
Adam and I tried is a key word there. Tried. Like, it was really bad. We went on, and then we went online. It was even worse. Like,
so you're like, what's the worst case scenario for latency? And you're like, let me see if I can get really good in this game with this in this scenario.
Dude, like, if I had ever gone to like a buddy's house that had it, like if I had come over to your house and tried to play, I'd have been like way off because you guys have been like, and I've been like, okay, I'm gonna. Wait, why did my guy do anything? That's how it works at my house.
I hit it, and then I hit left, and then I call my mom to see how she's doing, and then I end the phone call, and then it moves.
Dude, it was bad. It was super bad.
Jeez.
I couldn't believe it.
I think that's it for news. These are stuff like just off the top of my head. I think that's it. For notable releases, I guess we'll move on. Cook Serve Delicious 3 is coming out this week. So I might give that a spin with the old lady. See if we're still great cooks. We could own our own shop. For movies, I didn't see anything that this crowd would probably want to go see. But Gretel and Hansel's coming out. I think it's a horror movie. The Rhythm Section, which is a movie with Blake Lively that I have no idea what it's about. I just seen random clips of action sequences in the movie, so it might be an action movie. And then the rest, are just like indie movies or yeah. For music, we have some actually coming out here. Pop and shit. Ben Watt sounds familiar. I don't know why, but he's releasing an album. Kesha has something coming out. Lil Wayne has something coming out. Meghan Trainor has something coming out. I think that's the ones I know.
Party Next Door is supposed to be having something come out the 31st. I don't know if he's going to stick to that date or not.
It doesn't seem like it's on the list here, but it could probably just show up on digital services. So That's about it for music. And then also Randall's out of pocket. Our weekly reminder. That's your response as you look at your phone.
I'm not out of pocket.
Well, let's
What else
look.
are you supposed to do on this podcast? Fuck.
Right. And I think that's it. What are you guys doing this week? Randall, since you you're planning it out on your Google Calendar right now, right, on your phone?
I already did the Google Calendar thing.
All right, what'd you come up with? What do you got going on?
I finished
Your eyesight board.
It's called a vision board.
Oh, my fault. I can see straight now board.
So I finished the gig stuff that I had to work on for my side gig. So this week, tomorrow's Wednesday. So I got a doctor's appointment. Then tomorrow is my official day of starting back to the gym. So I'm probably going to go to the gym.
What time?
After work.
Tuesdays at 7:30.
Is that your exclusive routine? Just Tuesdays at literally 7:59 p.m. Eastern?
No.
Should we start expecting that now? Like you're just not going to be here?
No. So, actually, before my little hiatus, I was actually going to the gym in the morning before work. So I'm probably gonna. I'm not gonna do that tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment. But Thursday, I'll probably start back to going to the gym in the morning. What else?
You tell me.
I want to work on something art related. I just don't know what. So I'm probably going to use that thing we made and let it pick for me. And
I didn't make anything, Randall.
You did a lot of coding for it.
Nope.
Or scripting, whatever you want to call it.
Can't prove it.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm probably going to work on something. Not sure what it's going to be, but it's going to be art related. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything on movies that I should be watching or I'm supposed to watch.
I don't know. We might, because we have family coming over this weekend, so it's going to be a drunken fest.
Really? Who?
Lisa, my godparents, and Lisa's sister. Jeanette, Lisa, Eddie. You've met them multiple times. Okay.
What?
Just
Eddie's
because?
Lisa's husband, right?
Yes.
Just
I
because?
miss those two.
I think it's just. I don't know if there's something happening this weekend, and I just know they're coming over.
Oh.
So I don't know if there's like a birthday or something I completely missed, or.
Tell Lisa and Eddie I said what's up.
Will do. I'm like, you remember Kelsey? They're gonna be like, yeah. I'm like, he said hi. They're gonna be like, all right. They're not gonna listen to this, so it's fine.
I think that's all that's all I got. There isn't any games that I particularly want to play.
Yeah, it's a lull right now for games. After I have stuff in my backlog, but it's nothing like I'm like I gotta go see if I like this or not. You know?
Oh, so a buddy of mine recommended me a game called Riders of Icarus.
Oh,
That's you fly in the air with a ship, and it's like your crew of people, and you're fighting against other ships.
No.
That's Guns of Icarus, I think.
Yeah, that's Guns of Icarus.
Okay.
So Riders of Icarus, it's a lot about like finding mounts. Like you capture mounts, you collect mounts, and you can fight, I think, on top of the mountains. He says it is a little bit of a grindy game, but they've recently come out with some updates where max level used to be like 25, now it's 67, and you can
What the heck?
fly dragons and all sorts of other stuff. And him describing it sounds really cool, and I was thinking about trying it out.
How much is the entrance?
It's a free-to-play game.
Oh.
It's a free-to-play MMO, and
You lost me, MMO.
it says single player as well. So I don't know if it's like something you can choose to play like by yourself, or play with other people.
Mm-hmm.
But the game looks pretty cool just from looking at some videos and things and the things that he sent me. So I was going to try it out, and I can give you a update next week.
That sounds good. Lost me MMO because I'm like, yo, I loaded up Black Desert that one stream. Have yet to load it up again.
Black Desert wasn't like anything spectacular. I didn't really. I mean, it's a typical like
By the
Korean
books.
style.
Yeah.
You know, the Koreans really like the grindy game. Like Ragnarok was super grindy. Black Desert was super grindy.
Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon Fighter was super grindy. So
Okay. Brian, what you doing?
Wednesday, tomorrow I'm trying Byleth because he came out today, but it would be on a podcast day. So yeah, I'm trying them out.
Or them.
I guess I'll try plugging in my
Legato
capture card again. And then Thursday, I don't know what else. I'll stream Thursday. Friday is when Lisa and Eddie get here, so I won't be streaming then. So Thursday, I don't know. Maybe a fighting game. Maybe I'll try to get through Control so I can go through the rest of my backlog, or so I can get closer to playing Breath of the Wild for hobby.
Hey Randall, how far did you get in Control?
I haven't played it.
That's a shame.
But I've seen you play it so much, I don't want to play it.
Hey Anthony,
What's up?
did you watch No Game No Life yet?
Fuck me. Why do I keep forgetting?
Kelsey, have you watched Homecoming yet?
Oh,
Yeah.
snap, the circle goes around.
We have backlogs.
Spider-Man's Homecoming?
Oh, Spider-Man Homecoming. No, I haven't seen Spider-Man Homecoming.
We have all have our backlogs.
Randall?
What?
How you doing?
Brian, you know something he hasn't played that he needs to play.
What?
Think, Brian.
Something.
Oh, he's going to talk about, what's his name? The Witcher.
I had to play The Witcher
you
2.
scum piece
Thank
of
you.
shit. Why haven't you played Witcher yet?
Thank you, Javi. No,
Title
I did.
it. Oh my god,
Javi, I did watch No Game No Life the series. There's a movie that I need to watch afterwards. I haven't watched the movie, but I think I might. I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak like I'm watching his Dark Materials now. So
Yeah, I think there's
Shannon
JoJo
really
as
likes
well.
that show. It was like one of her favorite book series.
I never read the books, but so far the first 2 episodes is very inventive. And I like the whole Damon connection with like the animals, and the animals have like special properties and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're very connected.
Yeah, I saw like if you hurt the Damon, like you hurt the being as well. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's like another layer. And then I don't
I'm
want
pretty sure she told me that if one dies, the other one does too.
Yes, that is a thing. They've shown that on screen now that's the case. So, and only like 3 episodes. So, they're giving a lot of information out. So,
Cool.
I had to mute Brian because his keystrokes are almost as loud as his voice. Let me know, like signal me when you're good. I guess that's the signal. Cool. This mother. What else were you doing, Brian? I said you were done after the Lisa thing.
Yeah, Byleth, and then tomorrow seeing if my capture card works, and then Thursday streaming something. I don't know.
Kelsey.
So,
You're gonna try out that MMO. What else?
I have Muay Thai on Thursday, which I'm still trying to, keep it up. I've been doing every Monday. I'm not nearly as sore as I was the first couple of times.
Yep.
Great. I actually like
Body's adapting.
Yeah. So I last week I think it was last week. It was the first week that I wasn't sore for 3 or 4 days. And then this week, I'm sore, but it's not one of those. I was actually originally going to go to another session tonight right before
The show
podcast.
Mhm.
I'd be back by 7:30
instead of leaving at 7:30.
So, and the couple times, whenever I go, I usually get back by 7:40, take a quick shower, get out, and I could jump on. I was gonna try it today, but I had to take the cats to the vets because they've been sneezing and sniffling all over the place. Um,
That's
but
weird.
you know, Thursday I'm gonna go. This weekend I'm going to see uh my old neighbor's daughter's play. Oh, Thursday, Dave Chappelle live.
Whoa. Where, like nearby, or do you have to? Is
Yeah,
it quite
here
a
in
drive?
Charleston. He's in
Nice.
he'll be playing at the North Charleston Rec Center or Performing Arts Center.
Dude, we're gonna have a
So
Kelsey hour next week, bro. What's going on?
Speaking of Dave Chappelle, he won a Grammy.
nice.
Wait, he released a comedy
comic
album?
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, a buddy of mine from Charlotte was like, "Yo, are you going to this?" I was like, "What? I didn't fucking know he was coming into town." And we looked up tickets and they were sold out. Well, apparently it sold out so quick that he decided to do a second show the same night, which still had tickets. So we bought some.
oh, nice. Look at him, dude, making guap, double the freaking for two. It's probably gonna be awesome because he's probably gonna have to like a drink or smoke in between set. You taking the second show or the first show?
Yeah, taking the second show. So like the first one's at 7. Assuming that he doesn't have any openers, sets usually only about an hour, which gives him like a 2-hour cooldown time. If he has openers, he's got the hour before. Usually it's about an hour before it starts, and then it's an hour afterwards, which means that he would still have about 2 hours between each set before he had to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
dang, nice. That sounds like a good
yeah,
time.
I'm excited. We've seen Ralphie May, Gabriel Iglesias, and now we'll see Chappelle.
Nice. You got him seasoned too. Like this is Chappelle now. Woo. After Chappelle's show, after yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Did he get like big?
Yeah, he's definitely hit the gym. He's put on some size, in like a muscular way, athletic way, I guess, muscular way. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I remember there was an article about him a year or two ago where he did a show for college kids at a college, and they either like were booing him or like yelling at him about being something about like I can't even remember. Basically just being a bunch of dickheads, and he just kind of like walked off stage is like, I don't need this. Like everybody's gonna be too pissy and moaning about everybody being included and all this other crap. I don't need this. This is why comedians are not a big thing anymore.
Mm-hmm. He just walked off.
Why were they booing him?
Because he like Dave Chappelle comedians in general are supposed to push the envelope with jokes, and Dave Chappelle does that with a lot of them. A lot of it's, life experience or life stories and things, but like, it's the generation of, oh, you can't say that, you'll offend somebody, and that was kind of what happened at one of his shows when he was performing at a college campus, and he was just like, you know what, fuck it, I don't need this, I'll see you guys later, and then just left. I'm pretty sure it was Chappelle, but it was either Chappelle or like Chris Rock or somebody, one of the big names that did, when they all did comedy together.
That sounds about right. At one point, you just, hey, they're just not having a good time. Just walk off. You can't save the set. Oh, all right. So you got a week coming up. I
actually have stuff coming up this week. Yes.
Okay, let's go. Tomorrow, let's see what I'm gonna do. Probably stream either with the more TF2 or some Modern Warfare. Gonna watch. Let me see if there might be a movie I didn't catch last year that I'll probably watch now.
It's called No Game No Life.
I'm probably gonna rewatch Ford versus Ferrari because it's out on digital now. So your boy's gonna cry again. I don't know what if I'm, and then Friday, of course, I'm gonna be out. Tomorrow I might stream. We'll see. Javi, do you want to watch Demon Slayer this weekend? We just said we have family over this weekend. Javi, I don't like that you're pretending that you're not listening. I know you're listening.
Oh, speaking of Javi, did you see the couple of streams he had with the full-on face cam and everything?
Yeah, I mentioned
He was rocking it.
He was speed running Resident Evil. I was like, let's go. I was watching. I left it on my bathroom, my bedroom TV. That's usually leave the TV on for like white noise or whatever, so I can fall asleep. And I know he's not gonna yell, so I'm like, I could definitely leave him on. I don't have to worry about a lot.
You know what would be amazing? Is if Randall streamed.
That would be fantastic, Randall. So
No, it wouldn't.
Can you give us like 20 seconds of your time away from your fucking phone?
I'm listening the entire time, man.
You're on camera.
What's up, man? It would not be.
I'm just waiting for him to just like take it, just like.
It would not be fantastic.
It would be. I'd love to watch you draw.
It can be relaxing for other people too. Like, you haven't seen those videos on Instagram or YouTube where they either speed run through a drawing or just in the middle of regular drawing, they're just doing their thing. Bob Ross was successful for a reason.
Yeah, that's because he has screen presence. It's not just.
I mean, you could have screen presence if you get away from this.
Yeah, if you stop doing what Kelsey's doing, I don't know why he's looking at his phone upside down, but
that's just how I picked it up.
You gotta be here. That's what there's a frame on you, Randall. The cinematographer wants you to be one with the camera.
Once I get my camera, I was gonna get it, but I kind of got sidetracked.
I mean, you don't have to have a face cam if you really don't want. You can just literally show,
what you're drawing. We've been on this road like 7 times, bro.
But yeah, well, I still want to do the cam thing for when I do gaming stuff.
You want to do the cam thing?
Well, you're already doing the cam thing.
Anyway, I'm talking about YouTube camera stuff.
Me and Kelsey cam what? Welcome to camera presence.
Are we directors? Are we actors in this cam thing?
But I'm not going to stream.
Do I need a fluffer? What's going on?
I'm never going to stream.
Why not? What's wrong with streaming? You're streaming now.
Because I want to edit my videos.
What's wrong with streaming you drawing stuff?
You know, we already went through this. You can stream the whole thing and then edit it afterwards.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm streaming it, people are seeing it live, so it makes it irrelevant to edit it.
No, it doesn't.
It's all about the presentation. So when I want them, when they see it initially, when they see the video initially, I want it to be edited the way I want it to be edited. I don't want them to see a stream without my edits.
Randall, you streaming it to Twitch, it doesn't mean the people on YouTube have seen your Twitch stream.
I understand that.
I don't think you do because you're.
But I'm saying that there are still, if there is going to be anyone there, there are still people who are going to see it live, even if it's 2 or 3. It's still people going to see it live.
You have yet to see one wrong, like that.
Because I just got finished saying that I don't want people to see it without my edits. I want to do my edits. I want to do my little. Animations and stuff like
CD
that.
Projekt Red, do what the people want.
I mean,
I'm not CD
No one
Projekt
cares
Red.
what you want to do.
Okay.
If only. Hang on. I got a great idea that I think you and I could create, Anthony. We could make this machine or this program.
Yes.
That when you push a button, animations and shit play.
Oh, okay.
You just like at your fingertips, you could set it so that it like plays some sort of animation whenever you want, or a sound or something. We could call it like
no, wait. It has to be open, like open source, so other people can use it too. So we gotta help other people, right? And since he's gonna be broadcasting this, it should be. Yeah, it should definitely and it'll be a studio for you to use. Like maybe open broadcasting studio. Like OBS. Oh wait. I'm using OBS. Get the fuck out of here, Randall, with this did those platforms
I'm just going to ignore
overlay?
them too,
okay.
But do you understand what I'm saying, Bryant?
I mean, I get it, but
okay.
You're just limiting yourself. Because it's usually the goal is your stream is for the people who care enough to catch it live, and you edit that down to another platform like YouTube, so that whatever community you have there, it's basically a funnel to you doing it live. And I mean, people usually care more about like seeing it live or being a part of the process, even if they're just coming like, "Hey, nice tit you drew." Like that usually goes further than. And people like to see, whenever people post on Instagram, they don't want to just see you swole. They like to see what you were before you got swole in the process. That people like that more because they get a basis of where it comes from, not when everything's just polished. If that makes sense.
And if
I mean,
they
it's
can
no
just
different
copy
than-
what you're doing too, like, oh, he did it this way, I can do it this way, not cut. Live is where it's at, B.
I mean, that's no different than what Bryant does with his music. Like, it's awesome to sit there and listen and watch him come up with stuff, and then like see him get into a groove and really be like, I'm feeling this, and then like he gets his little dance on,
And then he
especially
just
when you
rips a
donate.
bong right next.
Like there's been tons of people that come in and just like asking questions like, yo, where do you get your inspiration from? How did you come up with that? You got a SoundCloud. Can I hear this? And then that gets shared with people. And then other people come in because they're like, yo, there's this guy I've been watching. He has a SoundCloud. You should check it out. He goes through, once a week and shows you how it is that he comes up with his stuff. And it's really awesome. And that grows his SoundCloud, which then grows his Twitch stream, which then grows his SoundCloud, which then grows his Twitch stream. And then he can retire because he's made millions.
All right.
Kelsey's 2020 business seminar.
I mean, you're not writing any notes. Look back to Instagram.
I'm not on Instagram. I'm looking at my emails.
Actually, what he was doing was he's pulling up his notes application so that he could write down, my TED Talk.
I don't think he. Okay, never mind. iOS comes with a built-in notes app. I'm gonna say
It
he doesn't
does.
even have notes.
I got plenty of notes.
Not what he's saying.
Okay. I usually have the notes app.
Don't ever okay me like that again.
I used the app he's talking about. I used to use it.
Okay. See, that's how you okay someone.
Okay.
No, you don't okay somebody, just go, oh, and then that's all you have to do.
All right, now we're almost at 3 hours. We literally had an hour of bullshit. So, where are we at? Oh, I'm
Shout
already.
out to Drake.
4.
Well, if you were looking at the camera, you would have seen. No, you missed it, Randall.
Oh, okay.
Brian did a cool
Ryan,
thing.
did you already say what you're doing this week?
Yeah, he did. Everyone
Yeah.
did. All right, so
Everybody
let's
went?
wrap up. Yeah. All right, people, we'll wrap up. This has been the episode. This has been episode 79 of the ADLR Podcast. You can go to patreon.com/ADLR Plays if you want to support the show. www.adlrplays.com if you for the one. Oh, I fucked up the intro now that I think about it.
How?
I don't think you did an intro.
I did. But I said patreon.com/ADLR Plays is the one-stop shop instead of my actual site.
Start over.
Start over.
I
All right,
told
guys,
you,
let's
man,
go.
that junk needs to be automated.
So when does this podcast start?
In like 20 minutes. I don't know, Randall, you going to the gym or should we wait for you or what?
No, I'm going tomorrow morning.
What am I at here? Yeah, www.adlrplays.com is the one-stop shop for all my content. Also has a fan mail section that someone already submitted something, so I can't wait to go see what that is.
Someone did?
Yeah, I got an email for it, a notification.
Probably Zorton.
Probably. He's like, yeah, so what nationality the southwest eastern version of Africans go backwards in time to go talk to Professor X? What? And he's like, but it's true, right? And I'm like, what? And that's about it, peeps. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week.